Oh my god, we are back. Hello everybody. We are back with the All Things Protoss Team League season number 3. Hello everybody. I hope everyone's doing absolutely beautifully. We have an excellent couple of matches that we're going to be doing today. Hello Aggression, welcome. Yes, we have excellent production value at the ATL. Absolutely nothing less. I actually did forget to change the chat, but that is the only thing I forgot to do. So we will just bump that up a little bit here. Okay, this is perfect. All right, anyways, hello everybody. Welcome. We've got 2 matches coming up today. We do have, at first, going to be Goobers Strike Back going against the United States of Protoss. And then we were originally going to do Team Roddy against whoever they were playing against. I can't remember at the moment right now. Frogify, I think it was. But unfortunately, Roddy and Hydra did not actually play their match. There was complications before that. So I had to emergency switch over to Raynor's Ruptors. That's what my team name is. My own team name, Raiders Ruptors, going against CorsAir BlueWings, because that match is 100% done. It's the only other match that is actually totally finished. So yeah, we just had to kind of emergency switch to that. So that'll be our second match, but everything else should be totally fine, I think. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to kind of get right on into things, and we are going to be joined by some wonderful, awesome people on our analyst desk. We are going to actually have Mr. Mag and Frogos joining us here on the desk to lead us into this first series of the opening day of ATL3. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome. How are we doing today?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Awesome. Are you guys super hyped for the beginning of ATL3 here? How are you feeling about it, Mag?
I'm very hyped. I was very excited all the way. I actually did not sleep last night because I was so excited.
Oh my god, you didn't sleep because of ATL? What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did kind of sleep, not that many hours. That's
Well,
a different problem, I feel like.
Fair. Okay, sure. Well, I'm glad that you're this excited for the new season. It's very hype. Frogos, how you feeling?
It's great. It's great. I really was excited to watch my own match today, but my captain and the other captain are not very, not very good.
Yeah, we have to get them in on the real, I don't know, just the schedule of what ATL is. But I think it'll be all good after next week. I think Roddy will have a little bit more time, so things will work out a little bit better. Things will get more in the flow of things, so it should be okay. But yeah, I mean, the first match this time is going to be the Goobers going against United States of Protoss. The matches, let me put up on screen again really quick, is going to be Fiant versus Mishek as the first map, and then Magna versus Cognite, which should be super epic. We have an excellent Pool 3 match there. And then Lilypad versus France for the second Pool 3 match of the day. So some good games, hopefully, today. Mag, what do you think, what are you excited for here for this match?
I mean, I think it's going to be a really good match. Overall, other than, I think Captain's match is a bit one-sided, but I think other than that, I think it's a really good match and very close games.
For sure. Frogos, do you think we're going to see the return of the Pool 3 Magnath in this, or has he actually leveled his game up here?
I actually think Magna is cracked now. I think he's just gonna. Oh. I think he's just gonna show that he's not Pool 3 anymore.
Dang. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gone over a nice resurgence here, going from Pool 3 all the way up to Pool. He's in Pool 1, right? This is Pool 1 that he's in? Yeah, what the hell? How has he actually gotten into Pool 1? It's kind of crazy. How was Magnath in Pool 3, honestly? That's actually so funny.
I think me and him swapped places now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you also kind of got washed and now you're down there. Yeah, interesting. What are we thinking then of some predictions for the first map then of Fiant versus Mishek? Mag, you said it was going to be very one-sided. What are you thinking with that?
I think Fiant will destroy him too. I don't really think it's going to be close.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Frogos, do you agree?
Yeah, but you know, it's Zerg. You know, Zerg is strong, so that's my reason to 0. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, that's a very good point. Actually, Zerg is incredibly broken. I agree with you. All right, well, thank you, gentlemen, for the intro here to our first match. We're going to get into things right away to keep everything nice on schedule and give everyone the games they want to see. So we will be back with you guys in just a little bit after this game. So thank you guys. And I'm going to be throwing it over to the desk with a certain caster that hasn't made his way onto the mainstream just yet, but will be doing so right now. We have with us none other than Mr. Bull Mjolja in real life?
Holy shit.
Oh my god, hello.
Can you believe that the budget for this team league is so high that Gemini paid for me to fly out
Oh, yeah.
only to be here for this moment
Exactly.
right now?
Yes, that's literally all that. Yeah, no, the money is all going towards
Wow.
the flight for him to be here. It's true. So yeah, I mean, welcome, dude. How you doing?
The
How you
prize
feeling?
pool's $4 now. That's how much was left over after we paid for my flight.
Yes, no. Unfortunately, yes, everyone can't actually get any prize pools for winning anymore. But you know, sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah,
for
I
a
was
cool
willing
opening
to
moment.
spend everyone else's money to send me to Korea. Yeah, it's been good. I'm out here. I've been staying with Raynor the last week. Been staying with Raynor. Just streaming some games, hanging out with him. Have been meeting up with some of the old StarCraft 2 Brood War pros the last week. Also had dinner with Soxry the other day. Met up with Tasteless and Neeb. Bunny on Tuesday night, so just been seeing all the StarCraft gamers out here. Gonna go to the GSL finals tomorrow also.
Yes, very hyped for the GSL finals. That'll be super sick. But I'm honestly even more hyped for this match.
Yeah,
right
this
here.
is the main event.
Which
for
is
sure.
gonna be-
Yeah, this is the main event, 100%.
ATL is, this is what we're here for, really. This is what we're all ready. So I think we're going to go ahead and actually get right into this game because I think we are all good to go. And that is what we're going to do. And the stream will load SE2 in just one moment.
Infamous switching
There it
scenes,
is.
black screen of StarCraft 2.
Classic. All right. Great. Here we go into the first match already. We have on to the top right-hand side of the map, we have Mr. Mishek going as Mitchie over here. And on the bottom, we got none other than Mr. Fiant. I'm going to actually switch my keyboard because I forgot to do that. So, Bull, go ahead and talk to me or chat.
Luckily, we have kicking things off immediately the two pink teams on the stream. Love that. Yeah, very exciting. I think to get actually both of these players in this ATL this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because we haven't really seen much of Mishek outside of, some other kind of random... I think he did Vulcan Cup, maybe. I think he did a couple of others, but... yeah, it's kind of cool to see him here as well, to get some new faces in. We're going to have a lot of new people, honestly, in the team league. Obviously, Roddy coming in. We're getting Hydra. We're getting just a lot of the newer lower league players as well, into like the pool 2 and 3 and 4, which is going to be cool. That's always nice when we get new ones of those in, so... I'm excited to see what some of these new games will look like.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be good for visibility. Obviously, we're already the single most significant premier team league on planet Earth.
That's true.
But this will just sort of accelerate the process by which this team league grows to be so significant that we actually just purchase the StarCraft IP.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I already got them enough money to be able to fly Bull out here, so obviously the next logical step is to buy the entirety of StarCraft. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is trending very positively for us.
So true. Place bets? It's a good question. Ardent, where are you at? Put those bets up in the chat. Let's get some betters up here. Do a whole team match, not just the singular one. Do a full one. Let us know, by the way, what the mic levels are like as well. We are currently actually only using one microphone, just because the way we had it just before with two actually made it so we were echoing onto each other's microphones. So this is what we've ended up having to do here. So just let us know if the sound levels end up being jank or something like that at any point. But yeah, it's going to be a Stargate coming out of Mitchie. Not really too surprised there. We'll see exactly how much he's able to do with this.
Yeah, pretty standard. I would assume going to play some oracles. On this map in particular, I think it's if you play Stargate and you mine out the gold minerals especially, like, it's just so safe against Zerg, who like to all in on this map, at least in my experience, because they can pretty safely take that forward rich gas space, which is what Fiant is doing here. So yeah, I think it's relatively safe just as long as you stay on top of the Zerg, get a good sense of the direction that they're heading in. So, but it's actually Void Ray first out of the Stargate. So I don't know if he I mean, obviously you're going to try to deny scouting. You're going to get one, and you hope a second free Overlord. Fiant's going to turn the one in the middle of the map around, seeing that the Void Ray is coming out. So I'll be interested to see if he makes an Oracle after this first Void Ray, honestly, or if he maybe is just going to use that one Void Ray for sort of map control, vision, etc., while going for alternative tech. And there is a Stalker being produced out of that gateway at the front right now, so maybe gonna, I don't know, drop a Twilight, but it is actually an Oracle coming out. So
this is kind of base, honestly. I really like the Void Ray and Oracle. This is definitely what I've enjoyed going in PvZ for a really long time.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit underrated at the sort of like less than ultra pro level.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not quite optimal in terms of your ability to like leverage the Void Ray across the map and get damage, but in terms of just letting you not die and get to the next phase of the game, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree, and it's just got so many, just so much potential for like mind games and whatnot to kill overlords and then hide tech behind it. You can do the same opener like multiple games in a row with multiple different follow-ups and stuff and make it really hard for the opponent to actually fully scout what you're doing and whatnot. So if you kind of know how to leverage that, I think it's actually really useful as well. But obviously, you know, pros, you know, they can just get so much damage with oracles and so much utility with them later on in the game that it obviously makes sense that they go for so many oracle openers. So I don't really blame the pros for it, but I do kind of like seeing a Void Ray opener here and there.
Gonna fly the Oracle in, just get one drone.
Worth.
Right back out. He does see the Roach Warren also, so I mean it's not just the one drone, but you obviously anticipate that there's gonna be a Roach Warren just for safety at some point. Would like to see maybe this Void Ray go in and just see the timing of the lair finishing here, but
I would also like it for it to check out fourth base here, which is exactly looks like what it's going to do. That's what I love going for this as well, is that you can actually go for that fourth base and just kind of idle it on top of there, and they have to pull queens to be able to actually save it. So that's actually a cool part of this. I like how he's also going for this huge adept push as well in the middle, so it's going to be very difficult for that to do anything. It's actually the Void Ray pulling the queens away just randomly in the middle, so that's actually kind of hilarious that it ended up pulling the queens that well to then kill a bunch of these drones. I'm curious about what was going on there, but this is actually ending up doing a decent amount of damage. The problem though is that Fiant doesn't look like he actually wants to macro super hard because he's going for multiple dropper lords and it's going to be going for ye old German taxi straight across the map here. And is Mishek going to be ready for this? It doesn't look like he actually is. A single battery as the defensive capabilities, and that is not going to be quite enough, I think.
No, he's making this Void Ray, and I think panicking a little bit. Honestly, a single Void Ray against this is going to be almost entirely useless, especially without a battery. Like, it's just not going to stay alive very long against very many queens. And yeah, this game looks extremely over.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, the battery finishes, but to no avail. I mean, this pylon's going to die. These probes are all going to die. Even if hypothetically you could clean up this army, you're just so far behind here as the Protoss. The tech isn't there. It's just it's sad times on Crimson Court. This is how I think a lot of games go in this matchup. Is the Zerg just does what they can to sort of feign that they're trying to play macro, goes all in with that rich gas base, and then you either hold or you die.
Yeah, I mean, like Mag was saying, you didn't hear it because the audio's this production setup is very minimal, but
yeah,
he was saying that yes, Fiant was going to absolutely wipe the floor with Mishek here, and I mean, I guess we're kind of seeing a little bit of that here in this game. I understand why, I guess. So GG is called. Fiant will take that first game here. So yeah, I mean, not the best showing so far for Mishek. I guess maybe just misidentifying the fact that it was going to be that follow-up all in. So yeah, I think it was just a bit unfortunate there. Maybe I think if he could lock it down just a little bit more and then realize what's happening, maybe he'll do a better job in game 2.
I think he had a good idea there with like checking the Void Ray for the 4th base and then sending the Adepts in on the 3rd by the ramp. You can see that like he did get a pretty decent amount of damage, honestly, with the Adepts. And in a world where there is a 4th base being dropped there, it's really nice because you force the Zerg to choose to defend one or the other because you have to commit queens, obviously, to the Void Ray. But as soon as he lost the Void Ray, lost the Adepts, and you know, even though he realized, obviously, that the Dropper Lords were coming with the queens, by that point it's too late. If the battery's not done already, there's not even enough time to finish it, even if you drop it right away. So Tough game. A little bit of a mismatch in Fiant's favor, maybe on paper, and I think that's a little bit of an illustration of that exact thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious what he's maybe going to go for next year, just because I really think the build wasn't necessarily the problem. It was just that he actually had no idea that there was like the all-in was coming. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he does something similar here. So we will be seeing as we are going to go ahead and check out our game number 2. Let me fix this real quick. Goobers up 1-0. Look at that production value.
Wow,
God,
incredible.
I'm so good at this
does he do
shit. Holy moly. All right. Bottom right, we have Mr. Mishek playing for the United States of Protoss as a Ukrainian player. And top left is going to be Fiant playing for the Goobers Strike Back.
The United States of Protoss. Do you mean to tell me that a team with Echo Soldier came up with that name?
No, surely not. That's not actually who came up with this. Definitely not Echo Soldier. Not at all.
Only GM players for real, says John.
Yes.
He's nothing if not supportive, I'll give him that.
We appreciate that. I wonder if this will actually be the season of the Goobers striking back. They did get slightly shafted in the final weeks of last season, where they were basically like one match away from actually qualifying for the playoffs, and then my team needed to beat the last team in the week for them to qualify, but then we lost, so then they did not qualify in. So then they were blaming us when they also lost the first 5 games in a row in the season.
True.
So
yeah. True. Fiant, how does it feel knowing that both of the people responsible for your team's demise last season are now casting together in person, dancing on the corpse of Goobers past?
Oh yeah, it feels real good.
Feels
man.
good. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Feels good.
Feels very good. I still am kind of mad that you actually sniped your bro Chris away from me like that.
Oh, I knew for sure. I literally said, I was like, listen, if we don't get YBC, it's absolutely going to DJ's team. So.
Dude, we were going to run it back, dude. We were going to run it back so hard. Me, DJ, and YBC would have been such a good core, dude. Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
It wouldn't have even mattered who we got for the other pools, man.
Also, speaking of who else should honestly be pissed at the fact that we're both here casting this, can you guys believe that for 2 seasons in a row we didn't pay Larimbo and instead spent all that money on a first-class plane ticket for Bull to go to Korea and drink with pro gamers all week? Truly,
Larimbo in shambles right now.
Truly in shambles. Somewhere in the Italian countryside, some poor screaming Italian woke up in a cold sweat, just screaming, "Oh, che cazzo hai?"
Oh my god. It's a fucking bullshit. I cannot believe that Gemini would do this to me. Oh my god. It's fucking cringe, bro. Cringe.
This is a cringe, bro. He's gonna be especially pissed when I take that selfie with Guri later.
Oh, so true. Two-Link somehow did get into the base here. Nice micro actually by Mishek. Doesn't actually lose any probes there, so
nice
nicely done. Did it actually get the
I was gonna
scout
say,
on
do you
that
see the
Twilight?
tech?
Oh,
yeah,
the
okay.
Overlord was.
Okay.
Nice. Nice little bait and switch. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yep. Ooh, based. Drops the DT shrine. That's
I really like that.
super based.
Was he researching something on that in view of the Overlord? Did you
know,
notice?
that's a good question. He did start Glaives, but has canceled it, obviously. So he might thinking. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you should always just assume it's going to be a DT bait and switch. So you should be getting at least, if not layer, a spore in each base just in case.
I think it honestly is just such an easy
it's such a small investment, and if you don't do it you die instantly. So it's you know, it's like getting a battery in your natural and PvP. Like eventually you just need it because there's so many dumb ways to die. We're losing the adept on the other side of the wall, not ideal, but should be able to still get this base down with the next warp in here.
That actually is kind of annoying because when you're going for a DT opener, you actually are so light on units that you can't really afford to keep warping in adepts here and there to try and take that third. That's the most annoying thing with this build, is that trying to take the third base while actually doing the drop is like you're really just kind of praying that they think it's an adept opener and that they're not going to be sending a random wraparound Ling squad to kind of try and cancel the third base. So yeah, that is a little annoying. Luckily for Mishek, that's not happening here, so otherwise it would have gotten canceled immediately. But I do like that he's also sending the adepts across, so it's actually kind of cool here, where it will really kind of force Fiant to look as in many different places as possible here. We'll see how much this is able to do.
I'm just gonna get 2 drones. You know, Fiant obviously did get a pretty accurate read on the decision making of Mishek here, and he does have the spores set up. I mean, even if all 4 of these go in and try to snipe a spore, there's just so many links. This is not the play, by the way.
Dude,
you should not do this under the view of an overload. Like, they're both gonna live, but it's just such an unnecessary risk to take. If those lings were closer, it would have been a total disaster.
Dude, I was wondering so hard. I was like, why is he taking forever to warp these DTs in? Like, what's happening? And then I realized the overlords are just watching the whole thing, and it doesn't even fucking matter. It's like,
it's
like okay, I guess the jig is up.
Oh no! Oh, it's dead. It's
not
dead.
like
It's
this.
dead. Okay. Well, you know, chat. When I met with Tasteless on Tuesday, I said, hey, what do you do in a game where someone is just so turbo dead that it's not even really honestly worth discussing a world in which they come back? And he goes, oh, there's a great trick that I learned for this. Actually, what you do is you just go, well, Artie. It's one of those moments, and then usually Dan takes it from there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite Dan, but I'll say as much that yes, I feel like this game has reached the beginning of the end, as one of the other casters might also say. So we are definitely in the twilight of this series, I think, as these roaches and ravagers and lings coming over here, trying to get into the little nooks and crannies into the mineral patches, but yeah, I don't know, man. This is over. This is freaking over.
Just as we saw in the last game, we're watching a bunch of probes fight lings at the third base while everything dies. You know, it's not ideal, and unfortunately, Mishek is dead. And against all odds, the Goobers in week 1 up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, they're really kind of coming back, I guess. This is a very nice resurgence from them so far. I mean, to be fair though, you know, Fiant is definitely their mainstay, I think, of the league or of the team or whatever. I think when it starts to get to the other members, specifically our next match, Magna, is when things get a little bit hairy. So we'll see exactly what happens with our next Pool 3 match here.
That is true. Yeah, you always got to believe in Fiant, obviously. Maybe a little bit of a tough matchup for Mishek. So it's a long season, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
You got plenty of time to try to claw it back.
Give him some time to warm up, to cook a little bit, and I think things will go slightly more in his favor here. So, yeah, we'll see how it ends up going for him in the future. But regardless, we're going to go over to the analyst desk here for just a moment, so that way we can see what the other nerds are thinking. So, hello, my 2 analyst nerds. How are we doing today?
Hello.
I hope that match was extremely interesting and fun for you guys, because it definitely wasn't for us.
That was great.
Mag, I mean, we kind of saw that it ended up being exactly your prediction. So, I mean, talk to me. Why is Fiant so much better than Mishek?
I mean, he pitched third, unfortunately, for Mishek. And then the game was just over. But, like, actually, oh shit, my voice is dead. I think Fiant is just really good at playing standard, and Mishek just kind of relies on a lot with his build orders, most of it. And then Fiant is just very good at scouting.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like he really was just on top of things. I mean, getting the 2 lings and the overlord in and just kind of scouting absolutely everything, I think was pretty good. Frogos, I mean, you're not a Protoss player or a Zerg player, so this is actually the worst person to ask, but what could have Mishek done better to win that series?
Well, I think everybody here knows the answer. It's so simple, right? Just play Zerg as well, and just yeah.
Yes, just force the mirror match and just hope that Fiant's brain melts in the confusion. I agree, that's a good idea.
It was actually kind of curious because, like, you know, I when I play ladder, like, Protoss is the bane of my existence, but in this game, like, Mishek kind of like made Protoss look weak, so that made me kind of confused.
Yeah, it does. I mean, to be fair, that kind of just happens when you play Protoss every now and then. You just play a game and you're like, wow, this is actually just the worst race of all time. I guess that's how that works. All right, well, our next match is going to be quite the banger of Magna versus Cognite. I'm really excited for this one, actually. It's the reason why I even chose this match to be featured on the main stage anyways. So, Frogos, what are you expecting here for our wonderful Pool 3 match? Mr. Frogos, I talked to you.
yeah. I was
That's
just
okay.
thinking.
No problem.
I know that Magna has been like cracked recently, but I feel like it's Magna, so he will somehow magically manage to lose at least one game. As much as I love him, I think it's gonna be 1-1. But I hope it's 2-0 for Magna.
All right, hoping for the 2-0, but probably a 1-1. Makes a lot of sense. Fair. Mag, what are you expecting here?
I mean, I think it's going to be a 1-1, but I really hope Cognite will 2-0, because I really like how Cognite plays, and I genuinely like Cognite a lot, so I think it's going to be a 2-0 for Cognite.
Fair enough. I mean, I think also that it probably will end up being some kind of a 1-1 situation, but I think it would just be really funny if Cognite 2-0s in a really convincing fashion, just so that way this Pool 3 meme can just continue to go on for the rest of eternity. So I appreciate Magnath, and I hope he, all the best, but this has been the greatest meme, I think, of the season so far. So I don't want to let it fall. But yes, thank you guys. We'll come back to you in just a little bit, as we'll be going over to our wonderful caster desk yet again with Mr. Bully. So yeah, they were saying a lot of maybe 2-0s for Cognite or a 1-1 situation.
Yeah.
What are you thinking there?
I don't know. It's maybe all of the grinding and those battle aces, not games but spreadsheets for Cognite, are gonna give him the mathematical edge in this series. I've been led to believe that he's really been crunching the numbers lately, so I think that might put it over the top.
He's been crunching the numbers, bro. Oh, he is locked into the spreadsheets,
absolutely
dude.
locked in.
He's got math just flowing through his brain every single second of that Battle Aces match. He's just he sees the text spread out. He's just like, hold on, I mean, if we can get just this number of mortars out and then calculate exactly the precise percentage of when we could actually get out the next tech, maybe.
He's lost 12 wasps, so actually 6 minutes from now, he's fucking dead.
Oh my god. Alright, want to give us some player intros?
Let's do it. In the top right, in the light pink, hailing from Pool 3 itself, it is Magnath.
Thought you forgot what country he's from for a second.
I know. He's from, it's one of those made-up ones, Lebanon or something.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my
And in the top left, it is our boy using the wrong team color, Cognite.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while for the teams to get used to using the right team colors. So.
Everybody gets the mulligan week one. Also, I saw someone earlier saying that Fiant was repping Dustin Browder. This is not Dustin Browder. This is Samwise Didier. But Bull, shut the fuck up. There's a cannon rush happening.
Oh my
And,
god!
things are not going so well, I think, for Cognite. Oh well, actually
Magna.
no, for Magnath. Sorry,
This is the only cannon. It's at the outside.
I'm looking at the wrong team colors here.
Yeah.
What do we?
Wait, that's
not a cannon. That's a pylon. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
What the hell is
Magnath.
Magnath.
Oh my god.
Magnath? You are Pool 3. Magnath. No, okay, listen. I am positive that I saw better cannon rushes from Pool 3 players last season. This is something else. I mean...
No. Yeah, this is brutal, man.
Magnath.
This is unfortunate.
Magnath.
I mean, the only cannon that ended up even getting up at all in the first place was one that was fully exposed, whereas the pylon was actually somewhat blocked. He will get one stuck in between the corner here with a gateway in front of it, which is something, but he's already a zealot. He's already going to get inside here. Yeah, I mean, this is freaking over.
It was the wrong chat, Jenny. Yeah, Angrath, we know what we're doing. All right, we're typing in observer chat.
This is a replay, Angrath. Relax. They literally, the two players are here in the chat and can read what we're typing anyway. It's fine.
This is, now listen. Me of all people, I don't want to accuse someone of coping, but this does feel slightly cope adjacent, if I may be so bold.
Adjacent.
This is dang.
Yeah,
Letting that gateway finish that is not powered, that's also extremely based.
Oh, he's got
for
one
Magna.
gateway here as well.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he's got two. Oh, these are both his gateways. I'm not even paying attention.
Oh wait,
to
your
what's
team
happening.
color intensity must be on 0.
No, it's
Because I
definitely
cannot
not.
tell. And there's a. Wait a
Okay.
minute. Well, surely not.
All right, there we go.
Surely. Oh God. Oh,
My
this is.
Yeah, additional colors all the way to 11. It's true. Light pink is just a thing
Light
that
pink,
we
you
just
just
don't
can't
normally
see
see
shit.
it. Yeah, just don't. We're not used to that. Anyways,
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
that was that was a bit unfortunate.
I changed my mind, guys. Actually, StarCraft is dumb. We should. The season's canceled. It's canceled.
Yeah, that was an unlucky one. That was unfortunate.
Well,
Let's just get right into this next one. I don't even want to think about that last game anymore. Let's be honest. I am just throwing it off right into the next game here.
Bottom left, Cognite. Top right, Magnath. God damn it! I can't believe that Larimbo could have used this money for like 1,000 fucking orders of carbonara, and instead I spent it on a flight here to watch Pool 3 cannon rushes actually work.
Oh my god.
Oof. Well,
is he gonna do it again? No way. This is a fake. He's gonna fake cannon rush. That's kind of based. I'm not gonna lie. Doing a fake cannon rush after cannon rushing,
it is.
I do respect that.
It is slightly based. It is slightly based.
I respect that. Unless he just does it again. Okay, thank God.
Okay, yeah.
If he just did it again, that would
Okay.
have been the funniest thing ever.
This is an NA classic, by the way, for a cannon rusher to fake cannon rush
Yeah.
into just like straight up 2-gate. Super classic, yeah.
Let's see how he sells it.
He should. I think it's already not very convincing
Yeah.
because you'd either go for trying to cannon that. I mean, on Alcyone, if he doesn't have the sort of anti-cannon rush gateway placement, which he does have, then you can sometimes cannon right there. But I think Cognite is probably going to correctly read this as a fake, just because of how late this pylon is.
Oh yeah, like this is so. What the hell is this pylon? This gateway position. What is he doing now?
He's doing that because it's blocked, obviously, because he can still fit the cyber core to the right of this gateway.
But but this is too big for a shield battery. No.
But you could make the pylon in between this gateway and that gateway, and it would still block.
Oh, I see what he's going for.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I see,
It's
I see.
extremely jank, but he does that just so he can get the gateway down in time, and if he needs to, he can still block it down later.
Fair. So yeah, an unconvincing sell, but Magnath actually is the one going for a expand after this. That'd be hilarious if Cognite just pylon blocked it though. Oh my god. The score is totally fine, by the way, Lilypad. You've almost debated the fuck out of me as I'm trying to do all this here. So yeah, thank you
Cognite
for
did
that.
not win the last game though. Magnath did.
Shut up. What?
Wait,
What are you talking?
Gemini, do you think? Hold on, everyone stop. Gemini, do you think that Cognite won the last game? Magnath won. He doesn't know.
Wait, what?
Magnath won that shit ass cannon rush.
Wait, what? No.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
You're
he
trolling
did.
me.
Magnath won.
No, he didn't.
Magnath won that game against all odds on Ghost River.
What?
Yeah, it's
Oh my.
yeah.
No.
Yes. that
I
was
don't
a-
even believe you.
That was a Magnath victory. my
I don't
friend.
believe you.
That was a Magnath victory.
What? How did that even happen?
Wait, that's why the fake cannon rush is based, because it worked.
Well, I thought it was just based regardless.
Yeah, it's
What the
yeah.
fuck?
So we're in a world where it's 3-0 Goobers.
What were you? So like, what? I was talking. We were talking, and like I saw like
Yes.
everything done. We were looking at the colors. I was transfixed on the
Right.
team
Yeah,
colors.
well, I
and then the
mean,
game
I
ended.
thought you were disappointed because Magnath was rewarded for that cannon rush. But apparently you were disappointed because you thought it didn't work, which is very strange to me as someone who really is embracing the Pool 3 meme.
Well, no, I was embracing it because I thought he lost, which is great.
Yeah, but
And I'm just like, oh god, I can't believe he's so shit. Like,
No. Unfortunately, that's not the universe that we live in. We live in one where.
Well, anyways, I was debated by Bull talking about team colors and questioning if I had the setting on or not, and I was like so transfixed on that. Then I just saw the game end, and I just assumed that Magnath lost. That's what happened. So.
Anyways, unfortunately, Magnath won.
Yeah, that's really sad. He's
Because
about to win as well.
Yeah, there's no battery here, so he's gonna get probably 5 probes here at least, minimum.
Assuming the micro.
Oh no, he moves
them
him back too early. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yikes. There's a battery over here too.
Yeah, this game is over and Cognite is lost, unfortunately.
Damn, Cognite is 4-3. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's it's tough. That's tough. Yeah, there's just no world. I mean, you're not gonna out micro a battery. This is Roddy tries this all the time. I don't know if you guys know this. Doesn't work.
No,
so,
not quite.
when you are down 7 probes after losing 13, your opponent is getting gateways just to be safe against what you know is going to be some kind of janky 2-base all-in. It's not a good position. It's not a good position.
Not really. He doesn't even have his blink started yet, which is super brutal. I mean, this is just looking really, really bad for Cognite right here. Going blink first and then starting your blink later than a Stargate first player just is actually the worst feeling.
Yeah, he's going to lose some more probes here, either in the main or the natural, depending here. Magnath is going to see that pylon and turn around and just check the natural. No, not going to check the natural. But I mean, he doesn't even honestly need to get any damage done, realistically. He's in a pretty comfortable position. He is somehow being closed in upon on the probe differential. He was up by 7. Now it's only a difference of 2.
Killed 14 probes with that Oracle? Oh my god.
Yeah, he killed 14, and he's still only up 2 workers, so that's a little bit of a... That's a little bit of a forgetting to hit the E button moment, but he's gonna come in and get a couple more. No, he's not. No,
JK.
He's not. Okay, he gets 1.
You thought.
But he doesn't really lose any whole HP.
What if, dude?
Surely not.
What
I
if?
mean, surely.
There's no robo.
Surely not.
There's no robo yet. Okay, he's making.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, he's got the 2 oracles also.
I know, but imagine they're just like over here, and then there's a DT in each mineral line. There's no robo. I saw a world, man. I still see a world. It's still technically possible. So that observer is going to get sent right across the map as well.
I mean, maybe. I mean, sure. He's just going to come in with these oracles, I would think, from the top side here and see it right now. Because even if he gets scared away by the units, he's going to hit him with a revelation.
Oh, he's going away at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This game's over.
It's Jover. It's Jover, as they say.
Ooh.
Also, a nice little hot tip for maybe some of the Pool 4 gamers out here who don't know this. In those situations where you have oracles sitting over the mineral line and there are units that are nearby that are coming, the scan range of the oracle is bigger than the attack range of the pulsar beam, so they get baited in by units sometimes. But just hit a little hold position on there, get a lot of probes, and then get out without getting baited in. Because you can't afford to get baited in at all, like against stalkers. The oracles just die so fast against them. So. True. Magna's just getting a bunch of cannons at the front just to not die to DTs. I mean, yeah, that's basically what you got to do. Now, Cognite is actually getting a 3rd base, which is way ahead of Magnath. But I mean, when your only tech is Blink and DTs, and your opponent like has a Robo, has Oracles, you need a little bit more to go your way to get an advantage out of this 3rd base, I think.
I mean, to be fair, other than the fact that Magna just does have a crap ton of stalkers, because I think he thought Cognite was 2-base all-inning or something before seeing that 3rd base, this is honestly not that bad for Cognite. Like, the +1s are also totally fine. This is gonna get a little annoying, though. Does he...
He does have blink, doesn't he? Okay. Yeah, he definitely could have blinked and killed that first one.
That was a little weird, but...
yeah, in a world where Magnath goes across the map, the game is just over, though.
Yeah.
Which it looks like is about to happen here, so... yeah, I mean, he's just going to have way more units. Now, he does have quite a bold forward gateway and pylon
don't chase
here.
the probe, don't chase the probe, you don't need to do that. Oh, you're going to be so out of position for the oracles as well.
Yeah, I mean... This did buy a little bit of time.
Oh my god, we're attacking with the probes.
This is not necessary. For
sure. Okay,
yeah, I think we need to be getting close to the battery.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a little bit weird here. The battery is going to help out a lot, and Magna doesn't actually have any reinforcements with this because he doesn't have a prism or anything, so it will get pushed back. Somehow, again, the probe count is even.
Cognite just better at hitting that E button, I guess. Yeah, the probe production not really there. Because how many workers? 32! Oh my god. Holy
Jesus.
shit. Yeah, this is very rapidly actually becoming a somewhat even game, to be honest. Like here, if he just has some halfway decent Blink Micro, this is a winning fight for Cognite with the battery. So
yeah, we still have this battery. There's still no way to actually reinforce this fight here as Magna. I don't know if we need these probes being pulled though, but I guess it doesn't matter because the probes are still even.
Yeah.
The oracles are somewhere. Where do those go? Oh, they're over here still. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind, I thought they went back in. But, I mean, the problem here, though, is that there's actually no charge. We forgot to upgrade charge as Cognite, so that's really rough. So now we're going to start to have charge lot swells in this as well. And the fourth base is also now way faster. So this is where I think Magna starts to find his momentum here. Also getting the +2 a little bit earlier, because Cognite, I think, is just in general still in panic mode, it feels like, and maybe has forgotten a thing or two here. He was still pulling probes, thinking like, oh god, I'm so dead, I surely am behind. But little does he know that Magna doesn't actually know how to make probes. So this is a totally even economy game until this fourth base comes up.
So true, Gemini. Yeah, it's again, it's not super totally over, but I think the number of things that Magnath will have to get wrong here to lose this game are quite high. So not impossible, but pretty unlikely. Yeah, the charge lots are going to be, I think, very problematic. It's so hard, honestly, to deal with charge lots with just pure blink stalkers. This prism is just going to pull them all over the place. And I think if there's a world where this game starts to fully slip away from Cognite, it looks like this, where there's just too much going on with the large army in the main, charge lots.
Oh, he didn't hit the prism as well. I think he actually could have denied the warping if he targeted it twice at the same time, but fortunately it doesn't happen. There's also a big push in the front here as well, but that's actually getting just getting thwarted pretty easily here. This Zealot run by is also not actually doing that much because they're all choked up in the mineral lines here.
Yeah, the battery overcharge doing a ton of work there.
This is actually going great for Cognite.
Yeah, this should not have honestly worked that well at all.
Oh, that's awkward.
Well, that's not ideal, but there's enough stalkers here that he can still stand and fight, so it's really not a huge deal. Yeah, in a world where he maybe was able to get that +2 and get charge up, this is totally playable for Cognite. Yeah,
the fact that the charge is only just now starting is what makes this so awkward. If he hadn't forgotten that, this is actually, this is like so good for him. Like, look at this. His army's actually bigger right now. The only problem is that this fourth base is now much faster and he's getting a lot more income. But Magnat's not really actually spending his money that well. He is floating a decent amount. So Cognite is, I would say, essentially back in this game.
Yeah, in about 30 seconds, the income is going to equalize as those transferring probes get to the fourth base. I would like to see Magna throw down a Templar Archives here because, he's floating a lot of gas and doesn't have, at least right now, the production to make use of it with just stalkers. He does have 6 more gateways on the way, obviously, but then the minerals just become a limiting factor there. So, +3 on the way for Magnath. A second forge getting added for Cognite, which I do like, actually. I think this is a thing that players should do more often, is get a second forge at this stage in the game. It's just so many games when you're playing mass gateway styles are decided by upgrades, so I think it's a really nice addition. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit of a pool 3 moment to match the pool 3 moments we've seen already. The charge lots get this base.
No way.
Surely not. With the final couple swipes,
that's
that base
so
goes down.
brutal.
And now there's not enough stalkers back home.
Oh my god, there's still all stasis.
Yeah, this is a bit of a rip. Oh, he needs to target that prism. Okay, good, he does.
There's no observer.
There's no observer.
Where's the observer? It's all the way over here. He has to recall it.
Oh, but he's got no probes. He's lost 40 probes. There's DTs in the main. There's DTs in the natural.
It's so Jover.
Yeah.
Roamingly, his army is still so big.
Yeah, but there's just never gonna be a world where we are. The robo gets unpowered, so you can't even actually make an observer here.
Just waiting for the single one.
Waiting for this slow ass one to get moved in from the recall at the third base.
Now you just got him in every mineral line. That one observer's got work, man.
Well, there's a saying you know, in Texas, maybe in Tennessee, but in Texas too, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 7 times with DTs and charge shots on my 4th base, I lost to a pool 3 player. Not a very popular saying, but it is.
Yeah,
it has
really,
been said
I haven't
before.
really said that. I haven't heard that one from Texans, to be honest.
It was Walt Whitman, I think. Yeah, it's just goes to show, you know, he may not be the first, he may not be the last, but Cognite, unfortunately, falling to a pool 3 player, all the same.
Yeah, I think that was not the best showing. We're going back to this. I need to see what the fuck happened with this cannon rush. I was so transfixed on this colors, and I was just like, I had it just put away in my brain that there's no way that this was actually going to be a win for Magna. What actually happened at the end of this? I need to know. I mean, we got 0 cannons up. We had 1 zealot out with 0 cannons up.
I think what really happened is that Cognite was super pylon blocked. If you pause right here, look, he's still on 23.
Oh my god, you're right.
And he just started his pylon.
Right.
He should have had 3 zealots out by the time that Magnat's gateways were finishing. And in a world where he has that, he does not lose his zealot here. To this next one that comes out, and then he...
Where's the second? Didn't they have 2 zealots? Did he lose that one?
No. That's the problem.
So this whole time I saw this coming out at first, and I thought this was Cognite's second zealot.
Yeah. No,
that's why I was so confused. I was like, what? We got 2 zealots out versus 0 cannons, and we're losing? I was like, what? Okay, so then we lose the zealot to the second zealot.
Yep.
Here,
and then the cannon
I
finishes,
see. Right.
and that cannon actually is in a good spot, so... Yeah,
that's so funny. I had no idea that was even happening. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's a...
caster moment.
It's 4-0 for the Goobers, which means that the end result is already decided.
That's true.
But there's still plenty of time for Lily to cheese the ever-living shit out of France and make this a 6-0.
Yep. That is very true. I'm just checking which game is first. It is this one. Okay, cool. So yeah, that means, like Bull just said, it will be a 4-0. The score is completely wrong because I was under the assumption that Cognite didn't forget his pylon. So that is a 4-0 for now. So very nicely done to the Goobers on winning their match. But as always, the map score does count in the end. So we play every map regardless to make sure that everything goes exactly how it should. Everyone gets their games in. And, you know, that's the whole point of this team league at the beginning of it is, you know, we want players to play. We want to give them their chance on the spotlight a little bit, get casted and whatnot. So, you know, make sure we get everything. So that's what we're going to be doing. So that's why we're going to jump directly in.
So true. In the top left, in the pink, the regular pink, playing for the United States of Protoss, it is France. And in the bottom right, playing for the Goobers, looking to bring it to a full-on shutout. It is Lilypad.
N.A. Fish is
N.A.
the clan tag.
Fish.
Very interesting one. What kind of ched are we thinking here?
What kind of ched? Ooh, that's a good question. Lilypad is a little bit of a proxy hatch enjoyer. I do know that. A little bit of a proxy hatch enjoyer. It is gas pool from Lilypad, so certainly suggests you know, something a little aggro. A drone did go across the map and is now returning. Interestingly enough, or that's a probe rather. Sorry. The mini map you can't fucking tell with workers. With buildings, it's not so bad. But like
I can see the difference.
But that's only because it's next to the Overlord. When it's out there by itself, it's a little hard to tell.
Why else would there be a thing in the middle of the map? Surely it's a probe. Come on,
surely Lilypad is not proxy hatching. Surely not. Surely not.
I also just realized that I totally just ghosted the fuck out of the analyst desk in between series, but that's okay. We'll get your final initial thoughts at the end of everything.
I mean, did we really need to hear Mag go Cognite what the fuck about game 1 and then oh hi Cobble. How's my time in Korea? It's very good. It's very good. Just been hitting the Korean ladder streets and hanging out with the gamers.
What MMR are you at right now with on the Korean ladders?
I've only played like 30 games, but I have like 4,600.
Nice.
So, I have not played too many games, obviously. Just streaming for a little bit in the mornings while Raynor is sleeping. Give myself something to do before I go to lunch, mostly, to be honest with you. 2 gates before expand from France.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do this, honestly, against a gas pool, but it is sort of a try not to die move.
Yeah, I think it is actually not great because then it actually because then you delay your nexus so much, and then that also then delays what you're going to be doing afterwards, and it just kind of messes up the order of things. And then you also then just have 2 gateways, which are going to be not doing anything because you don't actually have the money to produce out of all this while expanding and getting your first tech. So now it ends up just being where you're kind of doing all this stuff without actually getting anything from it. And now we're going to get the scout on these lings.
But it's going to die.
Yeah, the speed is about to kick in here. And then we're not going to actually be able to see that there's roaches coming across the map. There needed to be a hidden probe out here. Did we lose that? No, he just didn't leave it out on the map. So yeah,
and this battery is so late.
The thing you want to do is you want to have your initial scouting probes stay out somewhere, and then you re-scout back in at around 2 minutes.
Oh no, he cancels the battery to make a gateway there.
He blocked it. Oh no, that's not the play.
It is not the play.
We want to just at that point leave it up and then just use a pylon or something. Oh no.
Yeah, that's
this is gonna be.
This is
really
a certified. This is a certified NA gamer moment. Unfortunately, this gateway is gonna die. He's not gonna be able to block. You need so much money to block because of the position here.
Beep bop.
Because they can go down through the south. This is well, and unfortunately, the unity made out of the Stargate, which was late because of the early second gateway, is an Oracle. So even in a world where he cleans up maybe these lings with the energy, he's not gonna have enough energy left over to kill these Ravagers. Yeah, Franz is dead.
Yep. Bit unfortunate here for Franz. I think he overreacted to the initial gas pool opener before hatch. Going for the 2-gate really is not necessary. You can just go straight into a normal expand, honestly, with seeing that. As long as it's not like a super early pool, you don't really need to rush out the extra production just yet, because you really are expecting to prepare for something like this instead of the actual initial lings. You're just a zealot or adept with a normal nexus will be totally fine to defend against those types of early ling pokes. So this is what you really want to be able to defend, and you need that faster tech or just constant production out of the 2 gateways if you're doing that. I think if he had also just not expanded and just kept pumping out units nonstop out of the 2 gateways, then he also would have been totally fine.
Yeah, I think Franz was just too worried that it was a ling variety, a ling flood all in as opposed to roaches, and so he was panicked to get the wall up as quickly as possible.
Yep.
But unfortunately, there are many flavors of Ched from the Zerg, and I gambled wrong.
So true. All right, yeah, so that means it's going to be a 5-0 for now as well. So we're getting through this one pretty quickly here. We're only just a little over an hour in, and this first match is going to be pretty quick. But, you know, I guess the Goobers really are striking back, as they say.
So true. So true. You know, I didn't think I would live to see the day that we got a Goober redemption arc. And maybe in 2 weeks, I'm going to look back at this and think to myself, what a fool I was, and the Goobers will be back to old form. But for now, at least, Goobers on top.
Goobers on top, indeed. All right, give it to me. Give me your best possible intro ever for the least hype game of the day.
In the bottom right, fighting out of some shitty, decrepit city in Michigan. It is the 7th biggest pervert in ATP, Franz.
Oh my god, that was great.
And in the top left, one of, if I were to guess, 400 Zerg cheesers on the European ladder between 3,800 and 4,200 MMR. Shows up once every 3 months to beat up NA nerds and take their fucking lunch money. Lilypad.
Going for a 12 pool as well.
So incredible. The mind games.
Oh, it's a proxy hatch as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we scout it? Oh, we did. We actually, it's in vision.
Okay. So, and he gets the forge, which is an option here. You don't have to do this, but it is
I think it's
a way.
the safe play. This is like
Yeah.
the 100%. I'm just making sure I don't die to this play, which is correct, I think.
Yep.
Got to get the cyber right away as well. Good. This is a full wall in, though. Did he actually full wall himself in? That might...
I think this is fine, actually. You can use this probe, send it across the map, and maybe in a world where you delay and are not dying immediately to the proxy hatch, you use the pylon on the other side of the map. And I think if you're gonna get cannons anyways, a full wall is just fine.
Yeah, I guess so. I think the way that I was thinking is how you do it, where you get cannons and batteries and can kind of poke back and forth with stalkers and whatnot to deny the shield or the spine crawlers, and you have the batteries to heal up and stuff like that. But the problem with this doing it full defensive is that don't spine crawlers outrange cannons?
They do not.
Okay, then what I am thinking of then, you can see my inexperience of actually defending this shit because I hate absolutely playing against this stuff. The thing here, though, is that I guess they could kill off all the front buildings and then you can just run your million lings in, but they won't have speed is the thing. So if there's enough cannons, it might end up not actually being worth it, but that's the threat. That's the thing I always would worry about if I'm just going for this type of defense against a spine crawler push, because there's nothing to actually deny them from killing the front wall here.
Yeah, it's. I also don't like the decision to go Stargate here. I would like to see him go Robo, not only because it makes much faster, but because 2 queens is honestly enough to defend against 2 Void Rays with Transfuse. It's really not a very good response, in my opinion, to go Stargate against this. Immortals are just so good at dislodging the spines, which are oftentimes the more problematic part of this entire equation. So unfortunately, Franz is also attacking the spine crawlers here with the cannons, and if Lilypad is paying attention, well, does lose 1, but it just doesn't matter. Like, there's just so much DPS here. Franz is just gonna die, I think. It's not looking good.
I really wonder what this would look like if we had just gotten, instead of the Stargate, multiple Stalkers and or Adepts out of the gateway, while then getting multiple batteries as well, and then like the 2 cannons are there with the Stalkers and batteries.
It's definitely an option that you can do. I think if you're gonna go for tech, it has to be Robo. You cannot wait for as long as it takes to get a Stargate and then a Void Ray. It just takes so long.
Yeah,
it just takes forever. Tough one. Goobers 6-0 sweep in week 1 of the United States of Protoss.
Not expected. Not really that expected, to be honest.
I mean, on paper, I probably would have picked this result, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think I expected at least... I honestly expected Cognite to maybe get a map at least, I would say. I thought that was going to be a little bit closer. And I think if it wasn't for, for getting a single pylon in the Cannon Rush game, I think it would have been. But, true. I don't know.
But at least for now, at least for 1 week, the Goobers live in the shining sun of a 6-0. First time for everything.
You get something special every now and then. A broken clock does end up showing the right time. What is it, twice a day? Is that what it is?
So true. Another one of those famous sayings.
Right, Tennessee, I think, is where that one originated, right? Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go over to the desk. Let's see what the analysts have to say about that one, considering I totally forgot to talk to them before this series started. So hello. I've not neglected you any longer. Hello, people.
Hello.
Yeah, so Frogos, what'd you think of that, the rest of the series there, including the Magna Cognite one there?
Well, actually, that's my favorite game because, everybody saw like a proper cannon rush, like every once in a while, you just see the proper cannon rush, the game ends, like, okay, he cannon rush, very cool, good game. But when Magna did it, he did it so, like, it was such a special game, it was shit, it was so entertaining, I loved it.
Yeah, that's really the type of StarCraft I think we've all come here to watch, to be honest, so I think that's great that we saw that already on day 1. Mag, what was your takeaway from the full series?
I mean, I don't know. It was just really one-sided, and it's not very fun. I mean, I think the Magna Cognite series was somehow fun, especially as Game 2, Cognite kind of pulled it back. But other than that, it was just cheese and easy wins, basically.
Actually, game 2 of Magna versus Cognite was kind of crazy. Like Magna's multitasking was quite sick. I love to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I know. I think it was just kind of an interesting series for sure. I mean, we got a 6-0. Did we expect it to be a full 6-0? To be honest.
Yes.
Oh.
When you think about it more,
yes.
Maybe. But I expected Cognite to take a map, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really think too much about it beforehand. I just kind of thought it would be a little bit closer in general, but looking at it, I guess it does make sense with the results that we have today. So, fair enough. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much going to be it. I guess. Do you have any final thoughts here, Mag, about this series, or any last thoughts you can say out, or if you want to thank your parents for letting you stay up this late or get up this early or something without doing homework, you can do that too.
I think it's the homework part is the hard one, letting them allow me to not do that. But I didn't really have any thoughts. We're playing next, so I hope we win, my team, of course.
So true, so true. Rogos, any closing words or shoutouts or whatever you want to talk about?
Maybe a shout out to my amazing team, all the frogs, and I am so excited to play the rest of my games in this league. I can't wait to play a different build every single game I play against Protoss. Thank you.
Yeah, you're surely not going to go Reapers every single match you play. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys filling in for the Analyst Desk on the first actual broadcast here. And we'll possibly see you guys in some future ones if you decide to sign up. So I'll see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Excellent. All right, that's going to be the first series here for the day. We're going to take a little breaky poo, I guess, to switch everything up and whatnot, make sure everything's all good. But
That's right.
any closing thoughts of this first series here, Mr. Bully?
Absolutely one of the biggest goobs I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen
They really goobed all over them.
We're witnessing the beginning of the goobening. Mark my words.
I really liked when he said, "It's goobin' time," and goobed all over him.
Yeah. This is I think ATL Season 3 is going to be Goobers Part 2 Electric Goobaloo.
I can't believe no one's thought of that yet. Or said that.
Feel free to use that one,
That's
chat.
really
That's
good.
that meme is open source, so feel
good.
free to reproduce that.
Boy.
Just truly an incredible performance from the Goobers.
So true. All right, we're going to take a short break here so I can set up the next series. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. This is the ATL3, the best series or the best team league in the world. Make sure you're watching this and not WTL. So yeah, excellent. I'll see you guys soon.
Basilisk who?
True. everybody, welcome back. The ATL is ready to go yet again. So unfortunately, a couple things is that one, the first series ended up going so quick that the other analysts that we had scheduled aren't actually awake. So we won't have an analyst desk for the beginning of this series. We'll see. Hopefully they will be able to return so that way we can get on the some analysts and have our cool production. But the fact that we have Bull here in person, I think, makes it somewhat acceptable. And
saving esports once again.
Yeah, so this is exactly what this is planned. We did this so that way we would be sure to be able to fill time as much as possible in the best way possible. So, yeah, so that's one thing. Second thing is that we are going into the next match of not what we initially anticipated to be, because unfortunately Rotterdam and Hydra weren't able to actually play their games in time, so then I've had to emergency switch over to a match that is fully finished, which is going to be Raynor's Ruptors, which is my team, against not Jin Air, it's what? CorsAir BlueWings, which is Azura's team. And so yeah, usually, I mean, we were gonna have it so that way, you know, anytime that my team is on the main stage, I'm not casting myself because I hated doing that before, but unfortunately we're gonna have to do that anyway. So get fucked, you'll have to deal with it. But so yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing next. It is going to be this. So also, because we initially thought it was going to be the Rotterdam thing, Heroku has stepped up and has been making the new overlays and everything, but unfortunately we got this information too late for them to make an actual new one for this matchup. So we're using the janky old season screen. So do ignore my sloppy production for now. It's week 1 growing pains, as they say. So these are our matches. It's going to be DJ versus Azura, myself versus Mag, and Groove and Hubert versus I'm Data. Bull, what are your thoughts?
I think first of all, DJ the GOAT. Gemini, third or maybe fourth best ATP mods. That's pretty hype. And Groove and Hubert versus a newcomer. I'm Data. So I think I think these are actually all good matchups. This one might be a little bit tough for DJ. Azura's been playing really well, actually, at least from what I can see. Of his. So it's I would be very, very surprised to see if this was a stomp in either direction, honestly. Also, of all the weeks that you have to cast yourself, this is probably the best week, considering Bull is here to kind of shoulder the weight of the self cast a little bit.
So true.
Doesn't have to be just you talking.
Yes,
the entire time.
I'll let you talk for the majority of that match, and I will just react and just kind of watch and be like, oh, yes, thank you. Gas me up some more. Please.
By talking about the match, I hope you mean absolutely fucking blasting you every second of the replay, because that was sort of the game plan for me.
Fair enough. I mean, whatever works, I suppose. But anyways, we'll be going into it. Both players completely forgetting about their team colors. That's totally great, but regardless, we are going to be getting into things here with none other than Mr. Azura. Coming in at the top right here is the Protoss, and the good old GOAT himself, Mr. DJ, is playing. It is DJ.
This is a Christmas in summer moment, as we've got the the Christmas themed team colors here.
Oh, you're right. It's so funny.
Instead of the appropriate team colors. But yeah, if it was anyone other than DJ, we'd be pissed off, but we'll give him a pass.
Yeah, true. DJ is just the coolest person, the coolest dude. Doesn't matter what he does.
You know, they were telling DJ before the season that it was too risky. They said, DJ, your smoke's too tough, your swag's too hot, they'll kill you. But he thought, I gotta show off for my boy Gemini and rep the All Things Protoss Team League Season 3. So here we are.
So true. I'm so happy that he grabbed me again. Feels just like I'm in warm, loving hands.
The boys are back in town.
That is what they do say. Also from Texas, I heard is a common phrase over there.
Much like StarCraft 2 pro players, every saying is from Texas.
And every player also from Texas as well.
Yes, Gemini, that's the thing I just said.
You said what? You said
like SC2 pro players, every saying is from Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard. I heard the sayings thing, and I was the sayings are there, and also the Excuse me, okay? I'm sorry.
All right, we're stacking up these Gemini moments.
Yeah, we're getting them all out the first week, so that way I can just continually, just ride free the rest of the weeks and not have anyone make fun of me.
So true. Even the mistakes on stream are from Texas. Yeah, Goat Puncher bailing us out once again. Yeah. Meanwhile, extremely standard, absolutely fucking nothing interesting happening from either player because this matchup is predicated on things that happen after 4 minutes, basically. DJ getting a reactor on the barracks in a factory,
Yeah. I think this is, something that I can say at this point is that I think DJ has been going for a specific build in his repertoire recently, which Clem has been enjoying quite a lot as well, which is a little bit of the ye old Marine Cyclone medevac push, which has become very, very strong lately. And that is something that I think DJ is going to be throwing out here as well. It looks like he went for the no Reaper, going for the reactive Marines. With that factory, I feel, is looking very much like it will be just that. And with that Cyclone coming out, I feel like that might be what we're seeing here.
Yeah, just a couple of depths to open up from Azura, pretty standard. Does go for a Stalker third. Sometimes,
kind of interesting.
Yeah, we're going to say it's more typical that you would go Adepts, 3 Adepts out of this. Maybe the thought process is that it does make you a little bit safer against a Cyclone opener. Because obviously Adepts are nigh on useless against Cyclones. But interestingly, he is not producing a unit out of this Stargate right away, and instead is choosing to get the Twilight Council first.
What?
Yeah, now going for the Phoenix. The decision-making behind that is curious to me. It's significantly worse to do something like this if your opponent is going for something like a Hellion or Widowmine drop, because you're just not going to have as many Phoenix to pick units up, deny the medevac from getting in, those kinds of things.
What is this build?
Yeah, I'm very confused. I mean, it gets a single Phoenix and then goes for a quick charge here with 3 additional gateways.
This is an Azura special. Right
Yeah,
here,
this
dude.
is
What are we looking at?
This feels very bad against what honestly is coming across from DJ, in my opinion, because I just don't know how he's gonna fight. I don't know. This feels very strange.
I mean, he's got no units.
He's got no units. He does have a battery, I suppose. That's nice.
One
but
of
the
3
Phoenix...
units are across the map, and it's not even a unit that can deal any damage. There's just so much here. DJ is just gonna walk right over this natural.
I struggle to, I guess, see what kind of luck you would have with a build like this on ladder, considering how often you are just going to get blasted by some kind of anti-Stargate push. He's going to lose a bunch of probes in the natural. The battery's already dead. He's lost a Phoenix, like the other Phoenix is going to die. The game is just over.
Yeah, this is not what Azura was definitely expecting, I would say. I mean, given the fact that he is now forced to warp in Stalkers as well to be able to defend against all this, and even with that, it is killing a couple of them and some of those probes left over. We're at 28 probes now as a Protoss player versus going to be... Well, I was going to say I thought it was going to be 3 base soon because he usually does get a third, but regardless, a 2 basing Terran with all their tech and everything coming up. This is not the situation we want to be in. The only thing we've got going for us is that we have charge, which is also not something we want usually when we don't even have a warp prism to find a way to get into the main base here. Yeah,
charge lots are pretty good, but not if you are playing from behind an army supply the entire game. You obviously need the numbers to be there, and he can't even really go in on this army, even with the charge lots, because there's just so few of them that the bio is going to take the position at the ramp and shred him. He does get a tank, but realistically, like, this is not a danger moment, I think, for the Terran.
Yeah,
really.
This is just like, alright, let's just wait for a second. We're going to have medevacs out soon. We have a lot of position here to move back to the ramp. We have no... I guess he doesn't know necessarily, but there's no warp-ins to reinforce this Liberator. Also on the back end, getting 4 kills, pretty nice. SCV's just got to pull away for a second, but now that we have the medevacs here, I think we'll be totally fine. We don't even need this SCV pull. It's a bit of an overreaction, I would think, from DJ, but maybe just thinking it's a little bit more committed than it is and just wants to 100% nail it down, totally fine. But now this Liberator also getting more damage is going to be really rough here for Azura.
Yeah, he also can't hit that Liberator from the high ground. So it means he has to walk Stalkers in, which means he's going to lose both of them.
Yikes.
And bye-bye.
Oh, the double
Yeah,
kill. That's kind of
it's,
cool.
oof.
My
that
darn
hurts.
life.
Yeah, 8 probes plus 2 Stalkers for that single Liberator is just an absolutely diabolical trade for the Terran. It's not looking good. Yeah, I'm a little confused, to be honest, by the build choice. It wasn't a particularly scary push in a world where you've maybe got, honestly, even like 4 Phoenix and, 3 Adepts, which is typically what you would have about the time that pushes out. So, I don't know. It is the kind of thing that I could see definitely stealing a map against someone who maybe doesn't scout the Stargate and is not playing a sort of anti-Stargate style, but these mines are gonna burrow, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And yeah, we're gonna lose most of our Zealots here, and I think Protoss is just gonna get absolutely run over here, which has been a long time coming in this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a strange build out of Azura for sure. The DJ will get that first win. So very nicely done by him. Really strong build, I think, against a build that just wasn't good, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
Not to feed too much smoke to Azura here, but I don't know. A risky set of circumstances going for the Stargate, only to get the Twilight and then make a single Phoenix. It was just not quite there. Just not quite there.
Yeah. What do you mean? Azura did the Lunacy GSL qualifier 2016 Game 3 build for that some reason he knows to the second? Yeah, thank you, Fiant.
So true.
So true. Although,
so true.
Yeah. I wonder if Zound would have thrown out a build like this. I wonder if this is actually a Zound build from like fucking 2015
Honestly,
before he even was good.
That's a really good question. I think it would be more embarrassing if this was a build that he copied as opposed to one that he came up with himself, because there's just no way that a pro did that build successfully. I refuse to believe that.
I could see a world where it, like, you get something that was like super, like, or someone that just was like really unprepared or something, and it's just like a total gamble build or something. Like, I could maybe see that actually working.
I would be surprised, but yeah, maybe just gotta shake that one off. Just gotta shake that one off. I think the odds are that that's an Azura special. He cooked that one up better or worse himself. Obviously burnt the shit out of it, but he did cook it.
It was indeed cooked, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're into the next series here, or the next game of this series, and we'll see if maybe Azura can throw out something a little bit better here against DJ. And I mean, I don't know, it's definitely not going to be the last build that we saw for sure, I think. So top left is going to be Azura playing for the CorsAir BlueWings with D. Georgic, as you exactly pronounce it. That's how it's pronounced.
So true.
Raynor's Ruptors on the bottom right.
Mag saying, I mean, it's just a gamble. That's a good point. In the same way that me laying down in the middle of the highway at 1 a.m. and hoping I don't get run over is a gamble. It's true on paper, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it has a good expected value. That's what we call a negative EV in the gambling world. I struggle to think what you get out of it, and most of the time you end up dying, but technically still a gamble.
Yes. Agreed on all fronts, I would say. Azura's actually going for a natural wall, which is a little bit interesting. I wonder what this is going about. Is he going to try to just like send a... I actually saw Trap recently do, not at the Nat here, but he actually makes a Zealot with an Adept and sends it across with going for just a normal expand. One time he did it when like he was getting eBay blocked or whatever, and he made the Zealot and pulled probes and killed it, and I thought that was so strange. But then he sends the Zealot across with the Adept, and you can actually kind of get some good poke damage. So I was like, okay, cool, this is just his reaction to eBay blocks. But then he did it against someone that didn't eBay block him, and I was even more confused. But it still ended up doing such good damage, actually, which is surprising.
I think it's either that or the build in the last game gave Azura a brain aneurysm so bad that he thought he was playing against random. I think those are both equally likely. It goes for the Adept first, rallies across the map. Doesn't start Warp Gate just yet, so I would assume... Oh, there it is. Okay. Just a little bit late on it. I was going to say usually you obviously assume that it's going to be Stargate if you don't start the Warp Gate right away, but...
Yeah.
Given that he does, probably a Twilight opener would be my guess-a-rooney here. Gonna just shade across, see if you can maybe get a little bit of a delay on the CC, or at least scout what's coming out of what you would assume is going to be a reactor factory at this point.
Remember when every single PVT was just sending an Adept across and actually just delaying the CC every single time? How cool was that?
Do I remember it? I'm going to tell my grandchildren about that era.
Will it actually happen? Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't seen this in forever.
Holy
It'll
shit.
actually go down. Wow.
The love of my life. A CC at 1,495 HP. God damn, how I've missed you. It does rally or finish the shade, which means it's just going to die to these Hellions. I would assume if the control is there. Miss micros, and so it dies. If he didn't do that, actually, I think he probably would have barely lived for another 5 seconds until the Hellions found him in the middle of the map, but still. Does complete this full wall off temporarily just so the Hellions
this is actually great.
Can't get in. Yeah, it's not bad.
I actually kind of like this. I think maybe he pulled the gamble again, seeing that he DJ didn't go Reaper last game, and was like, what if I just do this? And then just be able to full wall against Hellions super early. It's actually kind of smart.
Yeah, it's really nice. Obviously, with Hellions, it's a little bit scary as soon as they get in. I do notice, however, that we're going Mind Drop behind this from DJ, so I am a little bit concerned about this because obviously Blink's nowhere near done, and I could definitely see a world where maybe he's moved the units into the main in order to defend against something there, knowing that he's safe at the front with the wall in, and takes a little bit of damage. But now that he's canceled that gateway and he's instead trying to chase the Hellions away, does find them with a triangle and is maybe going to get one. Yes, he does. Those extra long stalker shots from the finish animation chase it down. But now this Mind Drop is going undetected. That shade is missing the medevac, but the mines are going to get in. They're going to drop. No reaction yet from the Protoss. Oh no. Oh, the split. Oof. Okay, well,
barely.
No retarget. Almost took a big hit there. Does also drop in the main. Azura should be paying attention here. Yeah, he's just gonna lose one more probe here. So not the best mine drop of all time, but decent enough. Would like to see him pick up that mine in the main, by the way, and save that from DJ. And in fact, he does not. Oh.
A Stalker would be pretty nice.
Yeah, Stalker's not bad. You take that, honestly. Certainly more value than a probe at this point. The third base, pretty quick, actually, from Azura, all things considered. There is a Raven, some tanks, Marines on the other side of the map. So maybe looking to create some kind of push in order to punish this quicker third base. But with Blink and with Charge on the way, the Protoss usually does not have a particularly tough time holding something like this if controlled correctly. Azura getting very bold, moving in, seeing that tank there, just taking an SCV, delaying that depot a little bit. Getting a little bit of chip damage, as Tasteless would say.
Azura or DJ might be hemorrhaging some hit points on that supply depot.
That's the best thing about Tasteless. Whether it's 1 unit or 70, he's always hemorrhaging those units. You know, when your brain is bleeding, that's just hemorrhaging. So
yeah.
you miss rally your scouting probe at 1:30, you're hemorrhaging your scouting probe. Gosh.
Everything is a hemorrhage, I guess.
So true.
All right, well, I mean, the Stalkers are not going to find too many avenues into attack, I suppose.
Very bold Blink. Does get that tank, though, so he's going to lose, it looks like 1 Stalker. Blink's going to come back here and get out. It's actually not that bad. You trade a Stalker for a tank any day of the week, obviously.
Yeah, the problem is that he's not actually got too many other Stalkers behind this, and he doesn't really want to spend that much more gas to replenish even the few that he has, so... Losing any is kind of annoying, and now you also don't have enough to one-shot Marines as they're walking across, so that's also a little bit obnoxious. So, I mean, getting a tank is obviously great, so that's obviously, still a pretty decent win, but it is still just kind of obnoxious to lose even just a Stalker there as Azura, because he's really trying to get by with making as few of those as possible and really doesn't want to be losing any. Oh, he's even going to miss the move out? Uh-oh.
He should be able to sort of intuit that this is happening. This would be a great time to blink in, yeah, just to buy time and be annoying. You can obviously delay this push just by forcing him to come back and deal with these Stalkers. So does get a few more SCVs here too. You blink in knowing that you're going to lose these Stalkers, obviously, Azura. So just getting what you can is not that bad.
Yeah, delaying everything is really the big goal there. So honestly, not too bad in that regard. I mean, he doesn't really have much back at home is the bigger problem, and he's sending even half of his army out to do another counterattack, which I'm not quite sure is the correct play. I think maybe even just 2 Zealots is enough to do what he is trying to do here, because, I mean, this army from DJ is massive.
Yeah, I do think 1 or 2 Zealots is a good move, just because it forces you to either slow down your rallying reinforcements by keeping them at home, or you just get some good probe damage. But in a world where you're hit by anti-armor missile and this many Marines and mines are knocking down the front door, this does not feel good at all. The mine doesn't get a huge hit, but we've just got such a good position here from DJ, I think, that it just doesn't matter. I mean, these Zealots are going to get pretty good damage, actually, so that's nice, but once these Zealots are gone and there's no battery, these Immortals are just absolute sitting ducks. The tank should move forward a little bit here, but I don't think, honestly, it matters too much. Loses that first one, second one goes down too. Ton of SCV damage, actually, on the other side of the map, and as I say that, because these mines haven't been repositioned and the tank is too far back, DJ's actually going to have this push kind of dismantled, honestly, by Azura here, and he's looking to be in a pretty decent position after all that, after he loses 30 SCVs.
Jeez, yeah, that Zealot counter actually did so much more damage, and I'm amazed that we were able to keep it. Oh, that was almost so close.
Nearly a huge hit.
Oh my god. But I'm amazed at how much damage those Zealots ended up actually doing, and the fact that we were able to actually deny the push from getting too close to us for so long ended up being pretty good for Azura. The problem here, though, is that now he doesn't actually have any upgrades. He has no forge. His Robotech is pretty late. And now that the initial swell of charge lots has kind of been, as I would say, hemorrhaged up to this point, it seems like we don't really have a huge, giant, overwhelming force to just kind of bust into an army or just surround it and just kind of force them to not be able to take a good engage or whatever. So I think even though DJ did lose quite a few of the SCVs, I think he might still have a pretty decent explosion point here, where his bio army will actually just still get pretty large, and I think Azura's army will not be as well-rounded as it really should be, I think.
Yeah, he does have 1-1, which is nice, and Azura is going for 2 Robos, making Colossus as well as a Templar Archives.
Look at his Robo positioning, by the way. What is this doing over here?
Incredible, truly incredible. So he's really investing a lot of his gas into those high-tech units, which means that it's going to be a little expensive. Oh, no.
He completely missed this. He's arching out as if he's expecting it to have not been moved out already, but it's actually already here.
DJ's going to see there's no 4th base, but I think this army actually can hold this Terran.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to attack into this.
Yeah, now that there's a second Colossus, especially, it looks particularly holdable for Protoss. So, counters from the Zealots, going to get maybe a couple units, but not much. These mines just going to do a little bit of shaving off of the Zealots here, and this little 4 Stalker hit squad actually getting a decent amount of damage still. The medevac from the beginning of the game finally does get blasted down by an Archon, and DJ does the classic Terran move, which is to say, I feel a little bit behind, nothing's really working, fuck it, random bullshit go, let's just drop into the main. But he forgot about the other button that the Protoss has, the recall button. And abso-fucking-lutely everything is gonna die.
Oh my god, I can't believe he didn't just instantly lift back up after seeing that. If he just does that and just walks down to this base, like, I think he'd get so much damage.
Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to see him actually lift from the main and go instantly to the 4th base. Because obviously the Colossus could, move down and sort of start targeting him at the 3rd, and there's Blink Stalkers. But if you go to the 4th, the distance to travel is just so long for ground units, but so short for air, that I think he could have gotten the kill on that, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely become a bit of a game here. We were not really expecting it. We honestly thought that the initial push from DJ was really gonna just kind of send it home for a nice 2-0, but this is getting a bit close here now. And I mean, this army size for Azura is also getting pretty decent. It's now the anti-air in terms of for the Colossus, I should say, is only at 4 Vikings right now, and so. I mean, that's not really that much damage to be outputting here when you already have a couple Archons and Stalkers. The Raven still being alive is pretty big though, so being able to put down and whatever you call it, the thing to disable the Colossus is pretty good. But he's gonna actually anti-armor missile instead.
If I were to guess why he uses the anti-armor missile here, it is, and this is just a shot in the dark, because he doesn't have interference matrix.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, because that's an upgrade now.
Yeah.
And DJ might not even actually know that. To be honest, not much of a grinder.
No.
DJ might not be aware.
Definitely.
He's probably like, "Oh fuck, I unbound interference matrix somehow. I keep pressing the button, but nothing's happening."
Oh my god.
So instead, opting for those anti-armor missiles.
Oh no, getting the prism out in the random here is really annoying.
Which is nice. There's a zealot run by also to the natural, which is going to do a fuckload of damage again for the 3rd time this game. So DJ does have to kind of, I think, get a little bit done here, because he's going to lose another 15, and he gets a huge jump on the army, then takes a massive disruptor shot. That's still honestly fine for the Terran, though. I think he can just stim forward and take this fight. Really, really, really good way to catch the Protoss army there on this map. So frequently that happens to me. He splits a little bit against the disruptor. Needs to maybe do a little bit of targeting on that battery. But once the fight here is won and the Zealots are cleaned up back home, I think this is a good position for the Terran.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch to get both of those Colossi there right before they rounded up into the high ground. Exceptional catch from DJ. Even getting hit in the face with the Disruptor doesn't matter. Getting all the probes, absolutely everything falling. Azura even mismicros the freaking Disruptor ball right at the last second, doesn't get the big hit. So that's a bit unlucky, but I think that's going to be the end of it here, as there's nothing left. There's 12 army supply dropping by the second. And, I mean, some great counter harass and everything from Azura throughout the whole game here, but not quite enough. Just a bit unfortunate getting caught out right there. If he didn't get so caught out in the middle there, I think this game is actually totally his.
Yeah, I agree. Really, really unfortunate. And just the way that the map is positioned, actually, between this sort of like natural and third base ramp and the linear third, it just happens so much that you get caught out there when you're not paying attention. Unfortunate. Gave it his all and had a lot of good moves, I think, against a very scary push early on to try to claw this game back. But DJ, the motherfucking goat, he's too good. He's too good. Like I said, his smoke too tough, his swag too hot.
So true. So yeah, pretty nicely done there. My team obviously getting a nice 2-0 lead. You love to see it. So yeah, that's pretty decent for him. We do have one of our analysts actually here so far, so that's pretty cool. So we could try to bring them in here to get a nice little bit of mid-series talk that's not just me and Bull, because we've heard each other quite enough here. So let's go ahead and see if November is actually here. Hello? Are they here is the question. And they're not.
Incredible stuff here at the ATP Team League Season 3.
Nothing else to be expected, to be honest. So that's just honestly great. We'll see if they end up coming around at all, but we'll be going into the next series soon, which is going to be myself against Mag. Until November arrives, Bull, what are your thoughts on that? Go ahead and talk about me.
Honestly, I don't envy you, because if I had to play a series against Mag, just the thought alone that someone could be sitting next to me live in person, watching me commentate a series where I lost to a cringe 16-year-old European, it would be too much to bear.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly shivering in my boots right now. Just kind of, I'm a little bit scared of what kind of absolute roasts you're just gonna throw my way here. So, yeah,
I'm cooking them up as we speak.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure this will be absolutely perfect and nothing bad will happen. But so yeah, I mean, I think we're going to go ahead and maybe hop into this if November is not here, and we will hopefully catch them in the next at the end of the next series here. So thank you very much, November, for that excellent input.
GG, well played.
Going to go into the next series. Let me update the score really quick over here while I get this all set up. So yeah, we're going to be going into myself against Mag here. So let's go ahead and see what we got. As November comes into the chat right as we come away from the analyst desk. Excellent timing. Couldn't have asked for anything better here. Oh, great. All right. You can get these intros as I'm not going to talk about myself. Go ahead, Bull.
All right. In the top right, playing with the correct team colors.
You know it.
Representing Raynor's Ruptors. The king of trap simping himself. Gemini.
You bet.
And in the top left, in the blue, playing for, who is this? CorsAir BlueWings? CorsAir BlueWings. It is Mag.
Excellent.
November says they were talking.
You definitely weren't. Your microphone was completely muted, and your green ring wasn't even showing on Discord, so you were absolutely muted as fuck.
You love to see it.
Yeah. The classic technical difficulties here at the ATL, nothing else to really see, so very nice. Both players remembering the colors, by the way. I made sure Mag was using the correct one.
Incredible stuff here.
See, someone's got to be on top of these team colors, right?
Yeah.
It builds such a nice vibe and community thing, you know? It feels cool when all the teams have their own color and stuff like that, you know?
Yes, very true. Especially if there's some kind of connection between the color and the team itself. Of course, there are BlueWings, for example, or the Itty Bitty Banana Committee and yellow. Love that. Incredible.
And Rotterdam and just always being orange for some reason.
Well, that is Holland's national color.
That is fair enough. That's true.
It's very fitting. Team Rotterdam, as it is temporarily known.
They do have their other temporary name, which is the Frequent Flyers. Yeah.
Yes, the Frequent Flyers, of course.
With their very temporary logo of... Actually, let me just show this. Nothing's happening yet. Oh, let me show you what the actual temporary... Never mind, I don't have it up on it. Never mind. The temporary logo is literally just a random screenshot of one of the Carbot... it's the Carbot Phoenixes from one of the YouTube videos. It's like the super smallest fucking image as well. It's like not even like a full screen 1080p.
And someone just took like a shitty 128 by 250 pixel PNG of like a Metro card and slapped it on there.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was, honestly. I wasn't even sure, so yeah, that'll hopefully get updated eventually, but, you know, Rotterdam's been busy as a busy bee, you know. It was kind of funny as well that we realized afterwards where their entire team is new. Not a single one of them was in any of the other team leagues, and so they have no idea on the culture or just general things on like how things have been getting done, like in the lead-ups to the games and whatnot. So.
Surely that will not blast them. That will definitely not lead to any problematic situations.
Not at all, for sure. I have to say though, it does actually look nice now that we have I made it so that way the little thing down here, this score thing, the team colors are matched as well onto that.
Yes.
When it actually gets matched up with the individual things in game with people remembering, it does actually look very nice, and it's an easy way to keep track of everything. So I'm liking it. I have a reason for my team colors, guys. It's not hard to do. Just remember to do it. That's all.
Mag doing Mag things, going for a 3 racks on Ghost River. This does hit very quickly on Ghost River, to be honest. So This is a pretty scary build. Not that it's ever really not been at least decent. This is Mag does like his 3 racks. It's well known. Mag does like his 3 racks.
Mag did actually. I did get a scout off on this as well as the other thing. So I did know it was coming. I honestly was expecting it as well, just because it is Ghost River, and I was thinking that it was probably just going to be a 3 racks just due to the short rush distances as well. So to get the confirmation though is super huge for any Protoss player in this situation.
Yeah, it's also extremely based to go Observer first out of this Robo when you know 100% that you're getting 3 racks.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to get the scout. You got to see when it's coming.
Just to be like, hold on, did he Okay, yeah. He didn't fly 2 of those racks across the map and instead drop a factory. Okay,
You don't need it though. You don't need an immortal if you can see it that fast. I'm going 4-gate behind it as well too. This is a defensive 4-gate. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just getting this. I can get the immortal out in time anyway afterwards.
So true, so true. Moving out when Blink is not quite done. That's always a little risky, but luckily Stimpack is not quite done.
That's why you get the observer, man. You see exactly.
So you can see visually that they don't have Stimpack.
No. So you can see exactly where they are, so you can anticipate their moves.
And what if Stimpack finishes?
But
like
it wasn't.
2.5
It's not
seconds?
done yet because you can't get it that early, man. The ghost river rush distances. It's totally fine.
All right. Gemini trying to gaslight me right now into thinking that this was all calculated. Instead of just a fortunate set of circumstances.
It was so calculated. I'm a god of timings, man.
Yeah, the 3x not getting a lot done, so Gemini's gonna drop the third base here.
Fuck you, Gemini.
A Robo Bay behind this for some of the
ATL.
some of the laser giraffes. Third base also is coming up for Mag here on location,
Thank you, by the way, Dine. Not to cut you off because Bull can't actually hear the stream stuff, but thank you, Dinecom, for the sub arena. Thank you very much. 12 months, a whole year. Welcome back, ATL, indeed.
Incredible. You know what the significance of that 12 months is? That means that your lease is up. And you owe Dinecommon a fuckload of money.
Oh no!
Or you are getting evicted.
Oh
so
God, not like this.
Dinecommon has paid $5 a month for a year to you, just as a reminder that your ass is fucking homeless unless you cut him a check for $1,300 right now.
I'm gonna have to give you a nice big ol' IOU card on that one, Dine. Sorry, but we'll get there eventually. Don't worry. It's
just more gateways. It's more gateways. Colossus, a Forge, just getting the standard stuff. Mag had to eventually walk home with that 3 racks, this tail between his legs, but now is walking out across the map thinking, surely he won't have all the units to hold this many random bio units, but unfortunately Gemini does. So we're seeing a repeat of what we saw 2 minutes ago, where he just sort of goes home after losing a couple of units.
Yeah, I've been unlucky for Mag that I'm just actually so prepared, and next I'm just so good at this game. I hate casting myself, dude. This is the worst. This is so bad. I hate it so much.
I think the only thing more cringe than casting yourself is having to do it literally physically in front of someone else.
No, yeah, this is actually just the worst thing ever. I was so ready to never do this again with the new system where we have just more casters able to sign up whenever they want and whatnot. So the fact that this is now in front of me is just the worst thing ever. So I don't know, whatever. I mean, for perspective, I guess, like at this point is, it just feels really good as a Protoss player when you defend a 3 racks and get a third base up completely for free. I mean, the moment I saw that it was 3 racks and going for the 4-gate defensively and then going into the 2-base Colossus is just like, it is really just a super safe play. And it's just the ultimate I don't want to die to this 3 racks thing. Mm-hmm. And as long as they don't do any kind of crazy shenanigans with the drop ships and whatnot, which I'm also keeping tabs on with the observer, I can see, you can kind of just tell how many they have and know there's no drops coming. Because you just know that it's always going to be like 2 and then 4 and then 6. Because the starport is so late that you can easily keep tabs on those things. So it's like, I'm just kind of waiting for him to eventually move out and then to be able to just react to it.
Pretty fast Ghost Academy from Mag here, by the way. That just finished about 10 seconds ago. So pretty quick there, getting a couple ghosts out. Maybe of the belief that, for some reason, like EMP might be good. I don't know where he gets that kind of idea, but we'll see how that works out for him. Also worth noting, the map vision here pretty good with a couple of spotting Zelly boys just hanging out at the 2 major attack paths here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. The Marine gonna run in, see a cannon, die. Confirming the timing of that 4th base finishing. +1 weapons is finished for the Proton army here. So, nice time to just go across and check. This is a pretty big Terran army though, and that's a lot of Vikings. So, Gemini definitely does have to back up here. Shoots off a warning disruptor shot that damages the rocks. 15 more of those, and those rocks will be cleared up. So, Gemini playing the long game here, just saying to himself, hey, this game is a question of investments, not turning a quick buck. This is a pretty massive Terran army, though. This is looking really scary, and honestly, 3 ghosts in this is a pretty big deal. And considering how much of, I think, the backbone of this Terran army is the Colossus right now, and the number of Vikings, it's a little scary. Gemini a little bit also out of position right now for this 4th base defense. So I think this 4th base might... Mag just randomly flying his Vikings into Stalkers based. Does get this Colossus killed. Takes a pretty big Disruptor shot also, but does get the 4th base. Now, I do think there is a window, though, where Gemini just chases this out and gets a pretty favorable trade. A lot of the Vikings getting left behind. The Zealots and the Natural are wreaking havoc. And despite losing the 4th base, this honestly looks like a pretty good set of circumstances for the Protoss. Gonna save that Prism and just move that back. Would like to see, yeah, there we go, a blink forward to get a couple more medevacs. Poke at those Marauders. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. The 4th base is gonna go down again. A couple more Colossus on the way. At this stage, maybe we'd like to see like a second Forge and a couple more Gateways go down, but otherwise, pretty good position for the Protoss. Gonna be tough for the Terran to try to move in here with this many Disruptors, which are just gonna move forward, poke, poke, poke. I think taking some, honestly, some pretty big shots here from the Disruptors as well. So SCVs are gonna get pulled, but that is an absolute meat grinder with that Archon and a couple of Colossus there. And I think we are watching a Terran just to get bashed over the head. This was not a hemorrhage. This is a full-on aneurysm, I think. And Ginny the God gonna go up 1-0 in this series for his team, Raynor's Ruptors.
So true. I want to see Tasteless bring out aneurysm in a real cast. I think that would be a great word to add to his vocabulary.
I'm gonna ask him to use it one of these days, and he's not gonna know 100% what it means, and he's gonna be like, yeah, he's sort of aneurysming a few of these SCVs already. I don't know if I like this.
Oh my
WTF Bool.
Hello Echo, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back, thank you so much. Yes, Bull is here.
Bull
in the
is
flesh.
here.
Yes, go back to the VOD and see the full reveal. It's pretty fun and wonderful that he's actually here, so pretty sick. But anyways, yes, we will be continuing on here. That brings the Raynor's Ruptors score up to a 3-0 for now.
Incredible.
So sick. So yet again, we are using the old assets today because unfortunately the initial match that we were going to do got delayed or didn't end up finishing, so we're kind of emergency going into this match because it's all finished. So everything will be all nice and set for the next week whenever that happens. So yeah, we're going to keep on going here into the next game, and we'll see how well the match continues to go. Bobbing, bada boom, here we go. Excellent.
Top right. American Protoss. Living in Korea. Teal colors. Raynor's Ruptors. Gemini. Bottom left. Blue Terran. Dane. Living in Daneland. Mag.
That was great.
That was
very well done.
Daneland, home of the Danes.
Home of the Danes.
Home of the Danes.
Good old Daneland.
Good old Daneland. Honestly, for my money, better than Disneyland. Of all the major corporate theme parks out there, Daneland's gotta be one of the best.
Multiply named land places, definitely
Yes.
Daneland is up there.
So true. So true. Crimson
you,
Court.
Gemini.
Interesting
Daneland.
losers pick by Mag. And by interesting, I mean it doesn't fucking matter because all of these maps are Terran maps. So honestly, he probably just closed his eyes and threw a dart at the board and just thought, yeah, that sounds good.
So true. Thank you, Takwa, by the way, for the sub, and also Dine for gifting another sub. Thank you guys so much. You guys are super based.
So based indeed. So based.
Indeed.
Man, a few more of these subs and we might be able to pay me even more money to fly out here. None of it obviously is ever going to go to any of the other casters.
Yes, we'll get all this money to pay Bull to fly out again instead of Larimbo.
It's going to get really expensive to fly me out every single week just to cast 2 series.
I mean, hey man, Parting does it every time he goes to GSL from America.
So true. So true. Yeah, let me tell you, when you're going to play 2 best of 3s in the GSL, a 12-hour flight from LAX to Seoul really, it gets to you, but that's the kind of sacrifice that you have to make when you want to be a super duper ultra pro gamer, you know?
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But for real though, we'll hopefully have Larimbo back on as well. I mean, he's free to sign up to cast on any of the days as well. I mean, the whole thing with this season is that we just want to try to get more people involved to just get the community aspect going as much as possible. The analyst desk is cool, but I feel like it was possible to also still get some extra casters going around as well, just to highlight some more people and just to get some more variety in all the streams and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, we still love Larimbo obviously, but he's always free to keep coming on to the casts and the analyst desks whenever.
For free, obviously.
For free, of course, yes. I'm not
free.
paying anyone at all. Except for the winners, that's the only thing.
Yes. Will you fly the other casters to Korea as well? Go Puncher, you're a pretty smart guy. I want you to ask yourself if you think there's a universe where Gemini is flying Ardent to Korea. Just take a stab in the dark about whether or not you think that's even remotely on the table.
I mean, he would really love the cafe culture here. I feel like he'd get pastries all over the place.
No, actually, we both know that the first time he walks into a Paris baguette in Korea, he's gonna have a full-on French patriarch.
What the fuck
monarchy.
is this shit? What are we doing? This is not the French food.
Yeah, he's just gonna absolutely fucking unload on some poor like 19-year-old Korean teenager working the desk about some fucking nitpick he has with their pain au chocolat, and he's gonna get the cops called on him.
Oh my god.
God.
Have I been to Twosome Place? I have, yes. No, yeah, I have been there. It's not bad. The most amazingly named cafe ever.
Twosome Place. Yeah. You know why it's named that?
Why?
Because it was like the whole point was that it was designed to be like a place for dates.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I can see that.
And so I think some poor Korean was just like goes to Google Translate and is like, what's a synonym for a couple? And Google is like, I don't know, a twosome? And they're like, got it. Twosome Place.
Yeah, really just one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Korean trying to speak English things ever that actually became normal.
Anti-Stargate push coming out here with the Marines and the Cyclones. This is definitely more of a setup that looks like it's going to hold this. A couple batteries, some gateway units, and multiple Phoenix. Good decision-making, actually, to not use any lifts yet. The thing you want to do with these Phoenix is just threaten and poke the medevac, try to get damage. And then there comes a point where your gateway units have shaved off enough of the Marines that you can then commit to killing the Cyclones and lifting them with the Phoenix. Yeah, pretty good. Mag has to stay here just to honestly threaten, just to kind of keep the Protoss honest here. But a pretty good start, all things considered. Keeping the Observer alive also is nice here. But now that there's enough gateway units, Gemini can be a little bit more ostentatious with this army. Doesn't need to get too crazy, but this tank really is only the scary part of it. So I think if Gemini commits here, it's not the cleanest fight of all time, but there's enough Phoenix here that we can just kind of prevent this army from getting in too deep, slowing down the push. The overcharge is going to make it possible for these units to stay alive. And once this second Immortal comes out, or sorry, this first Immortal comes out, the Protoss is totally fine to just walk forward and take out this push.
Yeah, I felt pretty decent in this point, actually. It actually was pretty lucky because DJ was practicing this build against me the entire time in practice when we were doing it, so I ended up actually having a lot of practice and being able to just kind of think about what I wanted to do to possibly defend against this, and then and ended up coming into the series, so it ends up being pretty decent for me. As the Immortal gets out, you're kind of free to be able to walk in at that point. I did kind of lose quite a few Phoenix at the end there, which honestly isn't that great when I was playing. I was like, I don't really like how much I lost it towards the end, so a little bit scrappy at first towards the end, but I definitely felt pretty good after this this opening, especially because DJ honestly was actually like completely dumping me in the practice games when he was doing this build. So yeah, this definitely felt pretty good for now.
Yeah, it's you can see that even though like the Protoss loses maybe more Phoenix than was totally necessary, and certainly is losing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is a moment here for sure.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself.
This is a classic Protoss moment where you're like, damn, my opponent just did a committed push against me. I didn't take any economic damage, and I preserved a lot of units.
Yeah.
Surely that means I should be able to go to the other side of the map and do some damage. And you'd be wrong, actually. No, what you're actually supposed to do is fucking nothing and just sit at home and take your advantage 3 or 4 minutes in the future as opposed to right then and there. Because tanks exist. So that just means if you get a couple tanks, you can pull an Artosis and just sit there in an arc and wait for your opponent to kill themselves.
Yeah, I overcooked for sure right there. I saw that, like, I had the Immortal with the push as well, and I saw only like a few Marines. I was like, oh, I can definitely break this. But then the second tank came out, and I was like, oh no, this is what am I doing? This is the stupidest thing in the world.
That's a Protoss don't need to be here. Sure. Protoss moment for sure. The Phoenix are just going to see this push moving out. This is not a particularly scary push for the Protoss to deal with at the point where they've got a battery up front, 2 Colossus. Really just a pretty insignificant Terran force in light of everything that the Protoss has got here. I do like the fact that Gemini, you're just staying a little cautious, just poking with these Phoenix, forcing the Terran to take a little bit of chip damage, delaying the time that they have to get into that third base. Mag should know at this point it's way too late to get any damage done, and yeah, it turns around and just heads home. But once charge is done, once extended thermal lance is finished, this really is quite a safe position for the Protoss. You really, if you can get to this stage where you're starting to think about a 4th base, where you've got charge, you've got Colossus, you haven't taken any damage, this is the stage of the game that starts to feel pretty good for the Protoss usually.
Yeah. I definitely was feeling still very in control. I felt like, though, it was still like fairly close. I was kind of surprised, honestly, at how big his army actually was leading into this. And it's like having the Phoenix just constantly scout. It was just like, I need to just make sure that I'm on top of where he is, and if I get outpositioned is when it can really fall apart for me. And as long as I just kind of take a solid engage and just control where the actual engage happens, then I think I should be fine. But yeah, honestly, it's kind of tough on this map, or just some of these maps, just because of how slow or how quick the actual positions are to get across. So it can be a little tricky to actually stay on top of everything. And as we can see here, I'm a little bit caught off guard by exactly where this army is. So
yeah, it's really tough to know exactly when you're supposed to be, I think, engaging this push also as the Protoss, because especially in this position that Mag is kind of trying to get himself into, if he wedges these tanks in here between the 3rd and the natural, it can be a little oppressive. I do like this move to split the warp-ins on the main and the 3rd base with these Zealots, just to sort of put the Terran on a clock and say, hey, you've got to start getting damage, or otherwise I'm going to start scraping economic value out of this scenario. And at this point, I think the Protoss is just going to look to try to collapse once the Bio army gets a little bit too committed. Disruptors do not get very good shots off, but that still allows Gemini to get in here and take care of those tanks and dislodge them. The Vikings are getting a decent amount of damage on the Colossus. This is a very stimped Bio army, but it does have enough firepower to push through these Colossus. And despite the rest of the game not going so well for Mag, Terran Imba, man with gun, David Kim, please. Gemini gonna lose the 3rd base, is quite ahead economically, but realistically, you do need to be able to make some kind of answer happen for this Bio and Viking army that exists at the natural, and right now that is looking a little tough. Maybe this Disruptor can get a big shot. And it does. Oh, Protoss. Never mind. Protoss. Imba, David Kim, please. Alien with lasers. What the fuck? Yeah, Gemini is fucking carried by the orange ball. We should be able to blink forward and get these medevacs also. Oh my god, how does he do it? How does he do it?
So
incredible.
True. Oh my god.
Incredible. Did Mag save that third CC, by the way, from
Yeah,
burning?
it did.
Okay, does live? Yeah, then. This is a playable position for sure. It's pretty even, honestly. The workers are pretty even. It is 1-1 for the Terrans. That's a little bit scary. And Gemini obviously does have to remake this third Nexus, so you don't love that, obviously. But
I was honestly amazed that he even kind of held it at that point, because I honestly thought I was just dead. I was like, because the engagement happened, and I just totally lost track of where he was going to move his bio, and all three disruptors went too far forward and suicided themselves without getting a single shot, because I didn't realize that literally his entire bio army was here and not coming up to the third, so I got completely caught off guard there. And that ended up making it for just a honestly terrible fight. But
no,
still got some in the back pocket.
And the fact that was happening with the assistance of this observer that is over this pervert pillar that exists. Well, not even over it. Yeah, that's a little bit of pain. That's a little bit of smudge for the Terran there. It's the kind of hit that you need to kind of feel like you've got yourself back into the game a little bit. Gemini also going to see this drop heading north as the Prism moves to the south and observes these giant red neon trees that exist down here.
Very cool. Oh my god, even the trunks are red.
Wow.
Oh my god, those are some wacky trees.
Double drop, gonna try to make its way into the main if I were to guess here. Gemini did see those medevacs, but not positioning for it, so
I actually think I totally didn't see that.
Gemini giving spoilers to his own game, very based. The double drop is going to come into.
I mean, it's pretty evident right now.
Going to come into the main. A little bit of a probe pull here, but do need to warp in some units and maybe even honestly send part of the main army back to be able to deal with this.
Dude, my macro is so good I don't have recall energy. I hate it. I hate being so good at macroing that I can't respond if I need it. God, it's the worst thing about Protoss, dude. Swear to God.
I think I'll leave that one for the chatters to handle, honestly. A little bit speechless seeing it in person. Yeah, the macro just so good, obviously, as Gemini is indicating. Mag taking a pretty decent supply lead here, honestly, especially in the army department. This is not quite the attack, though. This move command with losing most of the units to... Oh, God. Oh, Mag. Decent mine hits, but just took a lot of damage, honestly, against this Colossus. Is going to recall to the main while these stalkers try to deal with the Liberators. Should blink forward maybe and try to get that medevac. Does not. Still shoos away the remainder of that drop force. 2-2 finishing for Mag as the +1 is nearly finished for Gemini. So being down 2 upgrades, if I were to borrow a technical term, I would say not ideal. Not impossible. Obviously, balls famously do not care about upgrades.
Oh, it felt so bad.
Oh God. Yeah, man in the missile turret, scoring 1 for the Terran race right now. That's a little bit of smudge as well. 4th base also looking to land for Mag. So not a lot going Gemini's way, but this is an army that is perfectly capable of winning a fight. Obviously, the drop also getting a little bit of damage here. So. It's doable with maybe a couple of big disruptor shots, but these are not the shots we need, and we're gonna get our disruptor cuckooed right there as well. Hemorrhaging a few units as the army retreats, and despite all of the SCV losses for Terran, I just don't think that there's an army that's gonna be able to stand up against this Terran force. And Mag makes it 1-1 and ensures that there is not a shutout 2 series in a row on the opening week of the ATL Season 3 regular season week 1 broadcast.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm a little annoyed that I ended up throwing that after having like the perfect start ever. Like just a couple of things were not great, but it ended up for a kind of entertaining game. So
PVT moment, truly a PVT moment if there ever was one. Doing everything right, and deflecting everything, and then just still sort of dying. Yeah, it do be like that. It do in fact be like that.
Triple G, yes, I threw out 3 Gs there to make sure. Yes, exactly, very good. So yes, that'll be a 2-1 for now for the overall score. And we do have both analysts actually in the VC. One with actually a fixed mic as well, so we'll actually be able to hear everything.
Wow.
So let's go ahead and see what they are talking about and thinking about as we throw it over to our wonderful desk. Hello, my analysts who are now actually here.
Hello.
Welcome, excellent, nice. We have everybody. Echo, good morning. I know you probably just woke up 2 minutes ago. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was able to catch that last game, watch a little bit of the VOD, and yeah, I mean, both players did pretty good. That 10-minute hold by the Protoss was like super cool, but obviously the Terran just really good with the
Miraculous, though.
It was I was watching it, I was like, he's holding that like really well right now. Gemini obviously has great balls. You know, just hitting everything perfectly. But like I said, the Terran with the multitasking with the drops and stuff, just
maybe a little bit
hard to deal with.
So he can see the win right there, so he just went for it and you didn't see the disruptor at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little lucky with that one disruptor shot for sure. I think if that doesn't get focus fired, or if that does get focus fired just a split second earlier, then I just end the game just ends right there, honestly. But yeah, I mean, definitely I think shouldn't have gotten to that point, but it is what it is.
Still a 2-1.
3-1 actually, by the way. I missed
3-1 actually, yeah.
DJ did get the 2-0 before that, and then we went 1-1 just then as well. So we'll be 3-1 for Ruptors over CorsAir BlueWings for now. And the last match of the potential matches, of course, is going to be Grin Hubert versus I'm Data, a newcomer. So we'll see if that. I mean, we don't really know what to expect from I'm Data, I guess, because he's a newcomer here. So kind of curious what's going to happen here. But Echo, do you have any thoughts about what this might have here?
Kind of in the dark. Grin was on my team last year. He was a very good player. But what race is Data?
I think it's a PvP. Yes, it's a PvP. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a coin toss at that point. I don't know how Data plays. I mean, I'll just be safe and say Grin, and I think it's gonna be a closer series, but that's my prediction.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know either of these players, but I will say Grin Hubert sounds like a baller name, and it sounds like a great German name, especially like, from my fathomable experience with German, I know that means Grin is like big, and then Hubert is, probably the name of some town in Germany, so probably some big town in Germany.
So we actually just got some very important info from chat right here that said I'm Data was playing hungover and sleep deprived from Home Story Cup. So I think Grin, I think that's the winner.
Yes, Grin Hubert
definitely hungover and sleep deprived.
Yeah, I think that November's analysis on what Grin Hubert means in German is probably the least correct translation I can think of, but that's we'll go with that, I guess. So we're going with the classic ATL analyst desk predictions of X player has cooler names, therefore they will win. Because, there's nothing else to say at this point in time. But hopefully we'll get more data about I'm Data as we continue. Oh my god, I'm so funny. Bro's face palming right now, right next to me.
That was insane.
Yeah, well, that's, whatever. So you guys were both saying, what, 2-0 for Grin? Is that what the prediction was there?
I'm saying
1-1.
Yeah. 1-1. How, what?
2-1, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, you're right. It would be a 1-1. Sorry, I'm incorrect.
I didn't read the rules, so I have no clue how any of this works.
I think Grin takes one, and then Data's like, I really got to do something out of the take something out of the hat, and then pulls out like a cheese or a proc.
I'm reversed. I think I'm Data. He has some like hungover sleep deprived strategy like somehow barely works because PvP and random bullshit like somehow works, and then like Grin kind of like wises up, plays a little safe, like blocks cheese and.
He's hungover and he just wants the games to end, so he's just gonna do like Forge Gate Proxy.
Yeah, it'll be some stupid cheese, but it'll work because PvP.
Good point.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's actually a good point. Yeah, it could be something crazy like that. Yeah, it's true. Well, I guess we'll see as we're going to go ahead and go into the series. Thank you guys for your thoughts. We'll be back with you guys after these 2 games are over, as we will head on over back to me and Mr. Bull, who's extremely unimpressed with my terrible puns.
Business as usual, but yeah, it never gets easier.
Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, what are you thinking here for our good old Gruben versus I'm Data series? Any specific thoughts coming in?
I have played both of these players exactly 1 time.
Oh, okay.
And if I remember correctly, Gruben Hubert died to a 6 stalker build.
Classic.
Which could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
for sure.
You know, I think honestly, this is a 1-1 in games where both players throw. That's my prediction.
I like that. No, that's a good prediction, actually.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on board with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be some total meme shit that both players have no idea what's going on the whole time, and then
exactly right.
they're unable to actually realize what's going on, and will just completely throw the game for their opponent. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And the odds of that happening are especially high for 1 gate versus 2 gate.
Yeah.
And that's where we're headed. So, yeah, it feels like that's inevitable at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the actual meta looks like down here in the pool 3 or pool 2 lands.
These are pool 3 players.
No, it's 2. It's captain pool 1, pool 2, right? Yes, that is correct.
Is it? Oh yeah,
correct.
These people. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
You're right. You're totally right.
So yeah, not totally at the bottom of the barrel.
I got confused because Magnath was playing earlier, so I was like, well, it's got to be pool 3.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the super lowest, but you know, it's still somewhere where 1 gate expands can be
a little jank.
As we can tell, as we can
jank.
see, a little jank. Oh, he's sick though! Oh my god,
That's the kind
worked.
of micro you only get from a Warcraft 3 Pro, Tasteless. This is Moon we're watching right now, and not I'm Data. Oh, hold on. Okay, production's in my ear. They're telling me this is not actually the 37-year-old Korean Warcraft 3 pro gamer Moon. This is a French weeb who's hungover from Home Story Cup. Okay, that's my fault, but still, the 3 probes round was pretty sick.
Oh my god. I love the reference over there to the Tastosis Stormgate thing.
One of the great esports moments of all time, especially in Heroku says bro uses Discord in Japanese, by the way. Oof.
No. Oof. Well, I mean, we also do have our names written in Korean, but I think that's not even close to having the whole fucking program enabled.
You know,
in the language.
I'm gonna. He lives in Japanese. That's an America moment.
He definitely speaks American.
Yeah. In my defense, my ID was always Korean.
Sure.
But yes, that is true. I do think there's definitely a step of weebery that exists before all of your Discord in Japanese, but yeah.
What's your take on the in-game announcers being Korean or whatever, a different language?
Like, what is my take on people who play with it?
Yeah. Because that's kind of the same vein, is it not?
Yeah, it's a little bit similar. I do think that I think M. Canning, for example, has it right, where he does not speak any Chinese at all, but he just thinks that that one stalker voice line is so iconic that it makes it worth playing in Chinese the whole time. I will say this: if you play Chinese voices, the ghost death sound is so fucking dramatic and ridiculous that it definitely does make it worth it. So if you're doing it for memes, I'm pro. If you're doing it because the voice acting is like over the top or ridiculous or there's some kind of crazy voice line, that's fair. If you are doing it because you're like pulling an Azura and you're like, I think that my favorite pro gamer gets some kind of special Super Saiyan power up, from listening to a Korean voice say "tamsajong" instead of probes, then yeah, you're a little bit too, you're lost in the sauce at that point.
Well, an Oracle's gonna come here, and I'm Data is definitely a bit lost in this sauce as well, as there's not a single battery out on the field whatsoever as the 1-gate expander against a 2-gate opener. Unfortunately, the micro there on the back end was a little bit rough as that.
7 damaged probes.
Oh my god, this looks insane. But still, incredible damage, and a second Oracle is going to be coming up. We'll be able to alley-oop a lot of those probes. There's still not a single frickin' battery has been made here for Mr. Data, as the probes will continue to die here. What?
Please, Mr. Data is my father.
Oh my god, nice.
Yeah, it's the Oracles they're getting a little bit of damage. They're getting a little bit of damage.
That's true.
I just want to point out the fact that that Hubert is up 6 workers after that Oracle harass, which means that he is leveraging this probe damage better than Magna did in that last game. Keeping that Oracle alive also is very nice. That's going to be useful just for the revelations later.
I'm still amazed there's not a single battery that's been made.
Yeah, he's really just absolutely playing with fire here. Especially considering that he doesn't have any anti-air at all in the main. Like, it's one thing if you've got maybe, 3 or 4 stalkers in each mineral line, but...
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gaming.
Damn,
Gruben, yeah, this is
micro's
actually...
not that bad.
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
He missed microed a couple there when they were all stacked up on top of each other, but other than that, he's actually been pretty decent.
Well,
at
and
keeping
if your miss micro is just not getting quite as many probes, but you're still keeping the oracles alive, like that's really just it's fine, honestly. So, yeah, and Blink is about done here for him, which is going to be really nice. I'm a little bit concerned about maybe these adepts.
What?
Oh no, get that! He's got Blink done. Blink is done. Blink is done. Blink is done. Oh my god.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
That is.
What was
pain.
that doing that way?
That is pain.
Oh, I guess he just didn't expect there to be stalkers just kind of sitting out in the front.
Yeah,
there.
that's fair. These adepts do get in, but shouldn't get too many, honestly, pros. Then he's just gonna get blinked on and all of these goodbye. I honestly think he probably should have just committed the adepts and got what he did, knowing that Blink is finished and that he's seeing the recall especially.
Oh my god. It's kind of based, actually.
I mean,
like
at this point, you may as well. Why not?
The cobblestone hidden nexus.
Why not? That's a French classic. That is a Parisian classic.
Oh boy.
These oracles definitely have the potential to get a bunch of damage here. Only 2 stalkers, honestly. So there's definitely a world where you do something like this exactly, and you zip zap 5 probes down the drain. 17 probes total killed by these oracles. It's a little pain, huge army also for Hubert, relatively speaking. Just quite a few stalkers. The 3 immortals,
pretty good.
Yeah,
though.
it's not bad. Especially defensively, it's quite good, but it does make it a little bit tough, I think, to go across the map, especially considering that you are also concerned about the oracles just jumping in at any point. Forge and a Dark Shrine going down. I'm Data just saying, well, I'm kind of... I'm in the hole here a little bit. Let's just do all of the gimmicks. Let's get a hidden base. Let's get a Dark Shrine. I'm going to load up a game of Command & Conquer on the side and Tesla Cannon rush him. Just kind of pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, this is looking pretty... Oh my god, it gets Scout into the top right as well, randomly, with the shift-click Oracle.
He shift-clicks both Oracles around every other base.
Wow, that's actually great intuition. Gruben's playing kind of sick, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a good move. I think this is very good because he has vision on the 3rd base and knows... There you go, he figured it out eventually. Yeah, he has vision on the 3rd base, honestly, and sees, like, okay, if you don't have a 3rd base at this point, either... you are turbo all-inning me, or there's a hidden base somewhere out there. So, makes the correct call. Says, I've got these fast flying units. Let's just go see and let's go see what's out there. Gonna have to kill his own gateway to get out with this army because he did full wall. I'm sorry. Can we go back to the natural? Did he start killing one of the gateways to get out, stop, and then kill the other one?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh my god, that is so based. Holy shit.
I want to see that get one-tapped so bad by a random stalker run.
That is incredible. Incredible. I'm Data, unfortunately, gonna have to go all the way up here just to save this Nexus from these Zealots. But even when he does, oof, that's a little pain too. Even when he does, like, he's just not gonna be able to make much use of this. Oh, and he's not even, okay, these Zealots might get this pylon still. But even when he does save this Nexus, he's still just in such a rough spot. Like,
here come the DTs.
Yeah,
no, we have the Oracles though.
Yeah, Revelation is here. He's gonna be able to take out both of those.
He did
DTs.
lose a lot of probes, and this third didn't actually die. Is the weird thing. He didn't actually send his whole army to kill that. He only sent that little bit
Also,
of zealots.
can we talk about how funny DTs that have been revealed are? Like, I know that that's like always their model, but there's just some. Look at how pathetic he looks.
Look at
running away.
He's just like, oh my the way his arms are just like perfectly on his sides looks so weird.
When a DT is revealed, it's like he runs like he just took a shower and forgot to grab a towel, and now he has to run to the other room to get one.
That's
oh
so
my
accurate.
God. Yeah, I'm gonna come back honestly and get a couple more probes. So not bad.
I mean, the
Not
probe
bad.
differential is kind of wild. The problem is
Yeah.
that this didn't actually start mining until maybe just about 30 seconds ago, so we're not really actually getting much of that extra income advantage from the probe differential. So now, this army size of Gruben is still so big because we've been getting that income for
Yes.
so long at this point.
There's also no batteries here, so in a
What is
world,
up with this? I Am Data hates batteries, dude. There's not a
Yeah.
single battery this whole game.
I think. Do you think he's just like he's like, I'm too honorable for batteries. My units have to just like stand on their own terms.
that's definitely it.
But unfortunately, when you quote unquote stand on your own terms, what that really means is that you just are going to die. Now, these oracles are not revelating the DTs.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a pool 2 moment here if I've ever seen
Yeah,
one.
really.
He does revelate them, but like this is still fine. Like he's gonna be able to.
Oh,
Jesus
my
Christ.
goodness.
Okay, never mind. It's not fine.
Oh my god. That was awesome.
Well, I think this is, you know, we've all had games like this. It just feels like nothing really is going, nothing's really going your way, and this is definitely one of those games for I'm Data.
That was awesome, dude. I love that.
Yep, he's.
You got to feel for that,
and
because that's
honestly,
happened in all of our games before.
I respect the fucking balls also to be like, okay, I just lost my whole army after recalling 2 units 3 inches to the right. Let's drop a 3rd base. Let's just get it at the triangle where it should have been all along. Yeah, he's got to cancel that, unfortunately, and I think Ruben should just be in a position where he easily closes this game out. He doesn't honestly need to push too aggressively here into the natural, you know, but even if he did, there's still not a battery there. There's a few zealots and a couple of immortals. It's really not the kind of army that can stand toe-to-toe with what he's seeing from Gruben, especially if he just randomly goes into this stasis trap. Yeah, it's
Yikes.
to quote the GOAT, Yuna Sotala, oh my god, this is going from verse to verse.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
Not
thank
bad.
you.
Not
Appreciate
bad at
that.
all.
Yeah, now he's fully surrounded, and this whole army is going to fucking die.
Yes.
And there it is. Yeah, unfortunately, this is all she wrote. This is all she wrote. You can take a bad blink into these immortals. It just okay. Well, we do need to attack move at least here. There we go. And now he's just gonna win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of respect it from Data. I mean, he was obviously in a really bad spot from not expecting the Oracles. You definitely need to throw out some shield batteries when you're going as a 1-gate expand player, especially when it's going to be against someone going 2-gate. But then, you know, unfortunate situation, not having that, and then just trying to pull the cards out as much as he could, gets the hidden base scouted as well. I mean, it was just kind of good from Gruben to dot his I's, cross his T's and whatnot to just catch everything out.
So true. So true. Which means the Raynor's Ruptors do take the victory in this week 1. But
True, we're so good.
still a chance for I'm Data to claw back a little bit of honor and help the map score out here. And at least tie up the series within the series.
Dude, our team is back. We are so back. Your team is not going to win first week, I'm just going to say. And we are going to be so back. You're going to regret stealing YBC and denying the full comeback. And you're going to hate on heaven for stealing you from us.
I mean, I'll be honest. This sounds like the kind of cope from someone who's just pissed that he didn't get taken first overall in the entire draft.
Don't care at all. I would rather not get taken first in my own league, so then otherwise people would then say it's rigged or something. I swear. There's no way I can win in this conversation.
I don't know about that. Chat, if you think Gemini's coping, press 1. If you think he's not coping, well, I just don't see anyone choosing that, to be honest.
Yes, of course. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, boy.
Takwa saying Johnny Manziel was also a number 1 overall draft pick. Takwa, how many of the French weebs and anime dorks and StarCraft 2 no-lifers in this chat do you think are going to get your obscure football reference? I do, obviously, because I'm an American Chad, but I think you're working with a limited demographic here. Doesn't matter. It was for your heart only based.
Nice,
all right.
nice.
Top right, red, playing for Raynor's Ruptors. It is Hubert. A protege of Holy Hit, actually.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And in the top left, playing for actually the same clan as Hubert. Interesting. For CorsAir BlueWings, I'm Data.
Right, these guys are on the same plane. Oh,
Yeah, they are.
nice.
Wow.
Very interesting. Kind of cool.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. It's almost like maybe
Incredible.
they kind of knew each other's perspectives on the game, and maybe it was a little mind gaming and stuff like that. Who knows?
Little mind gaming, and by that you mean I'm sure Grubin going, this guy doesn't make any fucking batteries. I should get oracles.
Hey, man.
I should get oracles. Those are
Maybe,
good.
I mean, and then maybe Data was like, hey, maybe he knows that I make batteries every game of my life, and I'm going to skip on them this time. He's not going
And
to
get
go
greedy.
for anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
Who knows, man?
Definitely.
Maybe.
I'm sure that's what he was thinking as he was losing every fight because he didn't have batteries.
He was doing a no battery challenge, actually. It was, he's got a sick YouTube channel
So
that he
true.
needed new content for.
So true. Yeah, just 2-gate. Let's Ghost River. It's pretty, unless you're max packs, it's pretty ballsy to go 1-gate expand on Ghost River, in my opinion. Yeah, just gonna play it straight up. I would, this is always an interesting moment, I think, for lower level players, and by that I basically mean anyone below like 5,500, to see what they choose after a game does not go well for them. Sort of how they either do or do not adapt to whatever it is that, killed them in the first game. Interesting to see a single chrono. There we go. There's the second chrono from I'm Data on the gateways. Especially interesting also that he's chronoing stalkers and then going into sentries behind this.
Yeah,
And he doesn't have the gas to start that sentry right away, so a lot of that chrono is wasted, unfortunately. A little bit of an unfortunate start, actually, just decision-making wise here from I'm Data. Oracles are going to come across.
Adepts.
Or adepts. I've often said the adept is like the oracle of the ground.
It's a good I like that as well.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
Also, I'm Data finishing that pylon. I actually kind of like doing this when it's adepts first, and I scout that.
Yeah.
Just because it takes so long for them to kill the pylon otherwise. He does have the probe in position. He did not have enough minerals. He did not have enough minerals for the pylon.
That's the worst.
So
feeling in the
instead,
world.
we are going to lose 3 probes here and some mining time. That's
honestly
a little
not
bit
the
unfortunate.
worst.
I think
I expected
it's,
that way more than that.
Yeah, I think it's not great. I think it's still a good trade, honestly, for the adept.
No,
player.
for sure.
But
I honestly
yeah.
was thinking we were going to lose 7+ workers there. I mean, the pro pull was instant and the surround was very good. So honestly, that was like the best possible scenario given what was just happening right there.
Yeah,
so
that's
not
fair.
too bad for Data. Obviously not good in any means, but definitely could have been worse. I also do love what you're saying, about putting the light in the pylon finish, especially because I always will block the natural with my pylon for the scouting thing. So then if they go adepts, then it's super cracked against that, because then they literally cannot expand until they either bring the adepts home or they just don't expand. Like sometimes they'll just be like, oh well, I'm just going to send the adepts anyways, and then I'm just going 4 stalker behind it, and then I just walk him across the map, and he still hasn't killed the pylon. I'm like, haha, you are literally never expanding this game. Well, mine is already halfway done. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah, it's Robo versus Blink opener here. I actually tend to like this, honestly, as the Robo player.
Yeah.
it just feels really safe. You can very frequently punish the third base. So this is theoretically, at least on paper, a pretty good tech matchup for Groob and Hubert, who already has kind of gotten the better of the situation here in the early game. It's certainly, I think, in the hands of a skilled player, still very, very playable for the Blink player, especially if you're very active with the stalkers and are keeping tabs on your opponent. The thing to notice here, however, is if you hit the units tab, there's only 3 stalkers, so not many. Blink is about to finish here, as well as a 3rd gateway, so if there's a couple of maybe gateway warp-ins of some stalkers, then could have a decent army, but 2 immortals, a couple stalkers, and a handful of sentries definitely packs a little bit of a punch. And just like I was saying, Grubin is going across the map to try to maybe punish this third base. And with no battery and
dude, why does he hate batteries? So
I don't know. I'll be
Oh.
real honest with you. And especially if he goes right before Blink is finished and uses force fields here.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, this is painful. He's gonna lose
catch.
3.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, this is bad.
Oh my god.
I
what
think
a
the game is
timing.
over. I think the game is over. I think Ruben Hubert is
Yeah.
just 2-0'd.
No, that's he's got literally 1 unit. That is brutal.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'm Data is very dead. Even if he doesn't die in the next 60 seconds, which he should if Gruben Hubert walk into the natural. And if we get a shot of the natural, just want to point out, no battery.
Even after losing all of his units.
Yeah, this is.
Like, I'm actually amazed.
I am amazed by this. I think if whoever is doing most of the coaching on CorsAir BlueWings is watching this, my only advice for I'm Data would be that you just tell him to make batteries at bases, just one.
We need just batteries in general. They're just so good in PvP.
Yeah, it's 100 minerals to not die to like 5 different things at every stage in the game. So
Yeah.
it's just it's worth it. It's worth
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, he's gonna get charged. I mean, he's gonna get 3 more gateways. He's gonna try to expand again, but like it's looking a little rough. This proxy also is gonna get found, which is painful. I don't know. There's just not a whole lot of play in it for the blue Protoss here, I think, unfortunately. Getting a forge also feels a little bold. Getting
double
2
forge.
forges. I mean, there is an argument here to be made that like I'm really far behind. Maybe let's just like play greedy, get upgrades, expand, hope that my opponent doesn't punish me. But I don't know. Gruben Hubert has sort of had the right reads on every situation, more or less so far. So I find it a little bit difficult to believe that he will let it get to that stage. But who knows? Maybe this double forge plus Dark Shrine will get a little bit of value. There are a couple observers already on the map. And
No, they're not. Oh yes, they're. Sorry,
Yes.
I was looking at the wrong freaking color. I was like so.
Gemini-
I was
Gemini
so
jumping
I was
at the chance.
so ready for there to be an actual game here.
Jumping on
It's
the
like,
chance.
please, let's just get these DTs in or something, get something interesting. But nope.
Unfortunately,
Sorry.
not. Unfortunately,
Sorry
not.
to blue ball you guys like that. No, my bad. There's so many sentries here. Holy crap! What the
Yeah,
hell?
it's a few centuries.
Oh
It's
my
a few
god.
centuries.
I know they got buffed, but Jesus.
Yeah, it looks like Gruben's gonna try to push across with this army here, which is definitely the right move. He's got charge done. He's got a bunch of sentries. Like he just is gonna absolutely annihilate
Dude,
basically anything.
Like last week or something, I played against this guy who went legitimately for mass century fast third base PvP against me on Crimson Court. And he literally expanded so fast and got so many centuries and also was going immortals. But I was just going to do a 2-base all-in after scouting it. And like, for a second, I was like, oh my god, he's got like actually a lot of units. Like, this is actually kind of scary. And then I just walked to the other side around the Nat instead of the third where none of his batteries were, and I just won the game.
It's
So-
okay. You can say it was heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if this mass century thing is actually real, but a couple people try it every now and then, I guess.
This is a few zealots. Holy moly. I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
There's more sentries than other units on.
Yeah, there's
Data.
more supply and sentries than I think anything that I'm Data has. So, yeah, this game is over. He's going to unfortunately go down 0-2 to Gruben Hubert, securing a pretty dominant victory here for Raynor's Ruptors. We're going to take this one 5-1. So, not the highest amount of parity I've ever seen in the ATL match, unfortunately, from these two performances. But like I said, there's a lot of season left, so these teams can always turn it around. And sometimes the matchups week to week just don't work out for you.
Yeah.
When you get to the playoffs, that's really where I think teams kind of show how they truly match up, because you can just get sort of unlucky, the team you're playing against and who's playing that week, and in a different world things would have gone differently. But now that this Immortal is having its force field seizure, I think this game is fully over. GG, well played from I'm Data, and Gruben Hubert takes the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy, obviously, with my team doing so well right off the gate. Feels really good. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm honestly kind of impressed with Gruben's play. I mean, I was the first game like just super on point with the scouting. Game 2 just super crisp with the timing. I mean, I don't know. It looks like I'm pretty impressed with how he was playing. I feel like I think he had a bit of an unfortunate season last season, because I think I remember looking back at the stats. I think he was maybe something like 2-6 or something like that, which wasn't the best, of course, but. I mean, just from this series alone, I feel like he's stepped himself up pretty well from the last season.
Yeah, very solid, and obviously it pays to have good PvP in the ATL. So
that's very true.
yeah, a good showing for sure.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to the desk, see what those nerds have to say, as well as we can jump on in. Hopefully, Echo unmutes himself or undeafens himself, so we can hear that I'm actually here. Oh wait, no, I think he said he has to. I think he actually might be in a meeting. He said
it's a large meeting though, so he'll see if he can come and stop by.
Yeah, hopefully he might be able to get a word in at the end. If not, then unlucky. But regardless, hello November, welcome back. Did you enjoy the series here?
Yeah, well, PvP is always fun to watch. In a way, maybe it might not be like strategically interesting, but it's always somewhat fun to watch. The first game was really good though. All those series were like. I know I set up a shit post about me not being up to date anymore and not knowing what batteries were and all that, but seriously, like, oh my god.
No, it was pretty painful. Oh, Echo's here as well. Excellent.
I'm in my work meeting currently, so if they call on me, I might disappear. But I just want to say Gruben's fucking cracked. That's all.
Yeah.
Gruben's like
really nutty.
Honestly, that's probably the best game I've ever seen Gruben play ever. That first game.
Honestly, like I was so impressed.
Like he's way above his his weight grade in that. Like holy shit, he did like everything right in that game. It was so good to watch.
It was like the most straight up game I've ever seen out of like a pool 2 or below player. Like just does a straight up build, gets good damage, micros his oracles very well, and then just defends and scouts everything and has the perfect reads. Like it was like, oh my god. The only bad thing he did was not turning his oracles to revelate on the DTs, killing his whole main army that one time. But other than that, it was like, yeah, no, it was great to see. So hopefully he keeps that up for my sake.
I will say a weird decision to 1-gate expand in PvP. I don't think Data understands he's not max packs, but honestly, like we saw, I don't think it would have made much of a difference, but still.
I do want to get props to Data though, because when he was in positions where he was clearly behind, he still tried the ninja base and the DTs and all that. Sure. That's good.
He's Data. If you're listening, you are an honorary NA player now for that first game. Just everything, hidden base, DTs, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, seeing the fighting spirit is for sure good. I think with just a few changes here and there, remembering to get so many batteries earlier on and stuff like that, I think Data can definitely pull some better PvPs out in the future. As he will need it, as of course there's lots of Protoss in our Protoss team league for the Protoss Discord server, so that's for sure. I
have to say, knowing that the first match was a 6-0 and this match was a 5-1, Gemini, you're the only person who's lost a game on screen so far. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I gotta throw for some content. You can't let it just be. I'm the humble leader and producer and caster and observer and organizer. I can't do everything perfectly. So I'll throw a game for fun here and there. Make it interesting. That's what we do here. So someone's got to do the dirty work, right? So that's
that just sounds like a minute of coping to me. But
sure thing. Regardless, Echo, any final thoughts here on the series that you saw about 30% of?
No, I saw it all. I was just watching it while I was in the call. Oh, sure. Yeah, because I was asleep. No, No, the last two series are really good. It's really cool that you do this because it gives everyone, no matter your rank, not an excuse, but like a reason to do better. And like I said, best game I've seen out of Hubert, like ever, I think, is that first game. Gemini with that hold at that, the 10-minute mark on game number 2 and stuff like that. Although you lost, it's still valuable, a valuable resource that, you learn from and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little sad that's a shutout, especially for the United States of Protoss. I think they're the best team in this league. I have no bias at all.
Of course.
They're a bunch of Giga Chads from America, so they bad first week, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, bounce back and all. November, any final thoughts here about the stuff you saw?
Not really. I mean, I was mostly focusing on my strawberry, fixing my mic.
Yeah,
that's OP.
That's good that we've got your mic fixed here. That's very nice.
Yeah. I had it turned off. That was a problem.
Yeah, no problem, man. No worries. Well, next time you'll remember to do the important thing of turning on your microphone, and we'll all be very good and happy in the world. So it'll be all good.
Yeah, the game's fun to start.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thank you guys for joining us here on the Analyst Desk. You're free to sign up for any others in the future as well. So perhaps we'll see you back on here in the future. But for now, thank you guys, and I will see you later.
I love you.
Fine.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Bull, we did it. We freaking did it. The first ever real-life dual cast of the All Things Protoss Team League. All that money getting put in just for this guy to come here, not Larumbo specifically.
Yeah. So hopefully the last 2 hours and 45 minutes were worth it, because that's it. We blew everything. We have no resources left.
The players are not getting money.
Yeah.
They did not actually get anything for the prize pool. It was all a lie, actually. This was purely to coax you all to bring in funds so that way this person can sit here for less than 3 hours to talk to you.
And what's worse, we actually had to liquidate quite a few of Gemini's assets. So the next stream is going to be coming live from a bunch of flattened cardboard boxes in Hongdae, where Gemini will be panhandling for money to fund the rest of the season. So
yeah, that's it. I'll be busking in the streets with a shitty ass computer. Like, guys, look, I can play a game that's 14 years old really well. Like, you guys used to love this. I swear. Like, look, can I have some money, please?
It's some people might say this was a complete and total misuse of company funds, and they'd be right.
They would be absolutely correct.
They would be correct.
Yes, that's true. Disclaimer: that is not true at all. Just in case anyone actually thinks we're serious. No, we didn't. Bull just came here on his own accord. It's just amazing timing that it ended up working this way. So
yes,
it was very cool to have him jump on the cast here, of course.
Yeah.
To come over down to Geminiville. This is where I live and everything. So he's got to see the whole shebang.
It's the name of the neighborhood, Geminiville.
Yes. They saw
Geminiville, not quite as good as Daneland, but pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't even have anything to say.
Yeah, not bad. You can also catch me. I'll also be fist fighting State in the parking lot of Sangam Coliseum in order to cast the GSL finals tomorrow. So you'll see me there for that, provided that I can kick Ryan's ass. So that'll be fun for everybody also.
So true. All right, well, we're gonna close it out here. Thank you guys for watching so much. I don't know, Bull, do you want to tell them where they can find you or anything if you want?
You can find me at twitch.tv/bullmulja for the off chance that there's anyone in this chat who doesn't know who I am at this point.
He's just so famous.
Super famous. 214th best North American Protoss streamer. That's me. Thanks for having me. Good to be here. I'll be obviously helping to co-cast a lot of the series the rest of the season on my channel. Great start to the season. Very excited. Very excited that the ATL is back. They have so many good team captains and players.
True.
So based.
Agreed.
So based.
Agreed. On that note, we will end it. Thank you guys for watching. We will send you guys over to some other stream, we'll see you guys for the next edition of the ATL. It's not tomorrow because that's when the GSL finals are, but We will be back same time on Sunday for the extra match as well. So I will see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.